Give it a second. We're probably ready to go any moment now. We're probably ready. Oh no, why is my little chat window not work? Ah, there we go. I fixed the little chat window. That's good. We're going to give it a couple of minutes for things to get set up. Gives me a moment to do my social posts and such. How is everyone doing today? I am keeping an eye out on the happenings of video games, as is eternally my blessing and my curse. I must pay attention to this industry and everything it does for all time, forever and always. The Faustian bargain I have made. You pay attention to video games over here. Hey, Saint Nobody. What's up, citrus bitches? I'm pretty good. I recorded Pogposition today. I went for a swim, and I played a hell of a lot of Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, which has just gone into early access, and it's damn good. Hey, Darwincy. I'm just taking a minute to get all the social posts set up and get everything ready to go. And then we're going to jump in with going and doing as many of Chitose's friendship bingo squares as we can to get an idea for who our new party member is before we do more side quests and more plot. We can do a final step of becoming friends with Tomizawa. We can do that. Let's have a look. Are there any actual side quests on the board right now, or is it all just chat with Chitose moments? We've got the fight with Asakura. Really can't do that yet. We need Ichiban at a higher level. We've got the fight with the Roomba that has AI built into it. We can probably do it once Chitose's caught up with the party's level a bit. I don't think we have any other side quests right now. I think it is just various little friendship links to do right now. So you know what, I'm gonna start by going and becoming best friends with Tomizawa.
I'm gonna put you in your place.
We're gonna go finish our friendship link story over there. At least until we do the drink links. There's a bit more friendship stuff to do with him, but we've at least done his bingo, his friendship bingo card.
Let's go.
I need to be paying attention to what I'm doing, not just button mashing. I have to actually play the game. Okay, Chitose is like 6 levels behind the party right now, which is not the end of the world, but it's not ideal.
Hey, Ichiban. Do you use coconut oil?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Oh, well, that shop over there has the best stuff. Makes your skin silky smooth. You should give it a try while you're still here. It's like magic.
Not sure an old guy like me needs to worry about silky smooth skin at this point.
No way. Taking care of yourself is always important. A well-kept man is attractive.
No kid. Guess having softer skin would be nice.
Yep. Better than going soft in the head.
All right.
I'm being very careful to not accidentally get into fights, if I can help it, while doing the walk and talks. I am watching my minimap like a hawk for anyone that could try and instigate a fight with me. We might actually unlock the job system today, potentially, which would be nice. Start playing around with some of the other job classes and outfits and things for characters. Okay, let's find our way up here. Tomizawa, friendship. Go. Hey, you.
That is one hell of a trek. Take a breather. Damn near walked the whole island tagging along with you. I miss my taxi.
Hey man, karma's a bitch.
Don't I know it? But it hasn't been all bad. It's like this town kind of seems brand new when I look at it through your eyes. There's a new surprise around every corner.
Real? I feel the same way.
It kind of has dating sim
I
moment
left
vibes,
right
doesn't
out
it?
here, but I feel at ease with you and Chichop by my side. First impressions kind of sucked, but in the end, we become pals. Funny the way things turn out.
That's thanks to you. If there were anyone else...
What's a
I
little
doubt we'd
kidnapping
be
at
coming up
gunpoint
with a
between
problem.
friends, you know?
Not that I should talk. You're one of a kind, Ichiban.
Hey, Thimba.
Oh, no kidding. Well then, from here on out, I can't disappoint.
What kind of tricks do you have up your sleeve?
I wish I could
let's
let them
see.
kiss at this point. I really do. We should start a band.
Why don't we start a band? You like music, don't you, Tomy?
Band? You?
You bet! The Kasuga Ichi Band! Now, you can be the vocalist since you're a good singer.
Okay. And what would you do?
Oh, right. I just realized the only instrument that I play is the recorder.
Well,
You could do some recorder rock.
at least we'll stand out. Hopefully in a good way. Let's get together and raise some hell.
You couldn't be any more out there than the
Maybe
the
'cause I'm
potato
just saying shit
eating
unfiltered.
crazy rock
Nothing wrong with a
man.
little discretion, no? Not that I've ever used any.
Why am I not surprised? Anyway, let's head out. Wow, look at that sunset. I see it all the time. It's never hit me like this.
That's because you love
It's
Ichiban.
gorgeous. Hey, why don't we take a pic? Title it Our Beautiful Sunset Memorial.
Such a dumb name. But whatever.
It, this does look like... This looks like the older gay couple at the bar that would be like, hey, the two of us noticed you. Like, that photo has real, the two of us noticed you kind of vibes. Saint Nobody says, I have nothing against the smell or taste of coconut, but I'm very sensitive to it. Even a little bit overpowers everything. For such a seemingly subtle flavor, it can do that really easily.
Good. Our next pic should be the Sunny Sunrise Memorial.
How many memorials you planning to make?
Suggesting the sunrise one after the sunset one sounds like you want to sleep on the beach together. Like, right? Friendship. Cool. Now we need to go do a bunch of Chitose conversation prompts, but we can hop around. We've got all the fast travel points, and we actually have enough money to be able to justify spending a bit of it on fast travel, so we can knock out Chitose's emotional bonding real quick.
Nothing like the smell of fresh coffee.
I didn't know you were a coffee drinker, Chichan.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm happy just staring at it.
Okay.
You know how some cafes use those drip machines? They're pretty enchanting to watch. And different cafes have different ones.
Coffee watching, huh? I guess there's a hobby for everyone. Maybe I should be more observant next time I grab a cup.
Just don't mad dog the barista or they might spill.
We're really opening up.
Thimba, yes, I heard about Yoshitaka Murayama's passing. It's always, you know, at least it wasn't, you know, I always try and think, like, at least it wasn't a tragically young passing, but, you know, everyone's got to go at some point, you know. Right, what other friendship things can we knock out nice and quick? We can go get this one. I'm trying to be vaguely methodical so I can go get as many of them as I can. Yeah, how has everyone's day been today? Mine has largely just been playing not Vampire Survivors, Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, and being very into that. That's how me and Jane have spent our Valentine's Day, our corporately mandated love day, was we went swimming and then sat playing the same video game next to each other separately all day. That's what true love looks like right there. Darwincy, I'll level up my weapons when I feel like leveling them up. You don't need a backseat. Like, let's do this while we're at it. It really sounds like it's not a do I feel like leveling up my weapons, it's just you've decided, oh, let's, like, I'll do it when I get to it, Darwincy. I'm good for now. I'm good. Tara says, I noticed a big improvement in my mobility today, so I'm happy. Hell yeah, that sounds great. I'm glad to hear. That's lovely.
Okay, I'm up.
Follow my lead.
Ready now, ever.
I can do this.
Let's get it done. I won't hold back.
Ooh, I know what I should look in my inventory for. I don't remember if I have it. I think I have it. Is it on... No, it's not equipped to anyone right now. I can probably equip Chitose with, if I have it, the ankle weights. I think it halves your max MP, but you get a lot more experience in battle. So if we briefly equip this to Chitose, it should allow her to catch up to the level curve reasonably. We can put safety brooch maybe. Do we have anything? Yeah, we can maybe put the safety brooch on Kiryu in this open slot.
All right.
Like, for now, Ichiban's just going to kind of carry the party anyway with that very overpowered bat from the Sujimon quest, so we can make do with Chitose being a little underpowered on MP for a bit.
Hey, they've got Japanese manga here in English. It's even got a new cover. That's kind of cool.
This stuff is popular over here. They show anime on TV, too.
Wow, I didn't know. You read any of these, Tommy?
Well, you know, a few. They make decent conversation starter. And as a caveat.
That right? Oh, who would have thought?
Of course, gotta be careful of the Japanese clients in that case. They're up on the latest chapters, and they'll spoil you on them.
Talk about a road hazard.
I do enjoy the American comics in the corner of this comic shop, which include comics, new story, and it's just a chef juggling peppers. It's my favorite American comic book, the one about the chef juggling peppers. We have, let's try and get a good look at some of these. Superhero of the book, or superhero comic book. We have a giant comic. And what is this last one? I want to see this last one. Can I get a good look? Comic magazine, scary. Tara says, let's not forget the true meaning of today, the day native Hawaiians murdered colonizer Captain John Cook in 1779. You say the true meaning of today as if today is also meant to mean something else. Is today Valentine's Day? Yes. Valentine's Day is the day that Hawaiians murdered Captain John Cook. Ah, okay. Sorry. I forgot already that it was Valentine's Day. That took me a second. The fairy is gone. The fairy is gone seems vaguely interesting. That might be the most interesting comic in that window.
Oh, look! They sell comics! They even have Japanese manga! Huh, interesting how they changed the covers. Gives the book a different
Was it
vibe.
James Cook? I don't know. I'm reading from chat. I don't remember.
You know it. What I like is downloading digital manga that's gone out of print. That way I can read as much as I want, anytime. What an age to be alive.
If you say so, old-timer. Say, anything you'd recommend?
Let's see. As far as ebooks go, I like this one here. Oh, and this one too.
Chi-chan, these are all kids' comics. Nothing but gags and art jokes.
Well, yeah, so what? They're funny. What's wrong with wanting to laugh?
No. I actually love this stuff. I had no idea this series was still going.
He understands.
All right.
Okay, we learned that Chitose likes manga about fart jokes. That's a new thing we know about our newest party member. That's very important information for us. Right, Right, let's grab... Actually, we can... Yeah, let's grab this one, and we can get the... There's a couple that I'll probably leave until we're heading to the bar, but we can grab this one. Look, sometimes you just want to watch anime that was clearly designed with children in mind. Oh, what was the one that was really kind of sweet? It was like very short episodes. It was about a cat. I think it was called Cheese Sweet Home. And it was just little animated stories about just this little grey cat. It was adorable. It was wholesome. Clearly was designed for like just before school for like young children, but it was very sweet. Crayon Shin-chan, yes, used to get air on Adult Swim, yes. Okay, James Cook. Look, it was Jay and Cook. My brain was like, that's close enough, right? Didn't question it. It was close enough for the brain not to register. I'm trying to think of anything else in that sort of range. Oh, where have I run past? This way.
Hello. Aloha.
There's a manga that's out of print I do want to find some copies of. I can't remember the name. It's about people dealing with spirits, like some were helpful and could be ignored. Some would make people sick. They were just part of nature, though. So I don't know what the specific manga you're thinking of is, but I know what the concept is. Yokai. I'm assuming like it was about yokai, which is just a Japanese concept of spirits for various things. That it sounds like that's what you're describing. But I don't know which out of print manga that would be.
I assume the rent around here is pretty high.
Probably. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna look it up.
Thimba, I will correct you slightly. The thing you're saying isn't quite correct. Thimba says in the chat, in other news, people are hating on Crystal Dynamics for saying they got rid of racism, stereotypical, and harmful content in the Tomb Raider games for the Trilogy remaster, and the Gamer Bros are losing it. No, they didn't get rid of any of it. They explicitly didn't say they got rid of it. They put those original 3 games out exactly as they were, but put a splash screen at the start going, hey, there's some stuff in here that in the time since we made these, like, it's been pointed out is kind of racially insensitive. Like, we're not removing that content from the game, but we are acknowledging, like, the problems with what we made. So it's not even that they removed it. They just put a thing at the start that said, some of this might be kind of racist. And that's what the Gamer Boys are losing it about. It's not even, don't edit my work. It's got to be the original. Like, they didn't touch the thing. If you want to see the kind of racist content in Tomb Raider 3, you still can. You just have to click OK on a box that says it's kind of racist a little bit, though. Oh, yeah. Kurt Dog. Oh, it's because of the word loony. Apparently the word loony got flagged in Automod as you might be trying to bully me. So that's... Look, Automod will sometimes false catch stuff. It just happens. Yeah. Oh, no, that's alright. I apologize if it sounded like I was, like, having a go at you. I was like, oh, no, I know a lot about this one. I can read up on this. They're getting bent out of shape over even less than you suggested. Yeah, right.
You ever see a nice home and wonder what it's like to live there?
Yeah, I guess so. It's nice to imagine stuff. Living it up in a place to call your own. I guess a guy can dream.
So, according to this, you'll need to shell out 2,500 bucks a month.
That'd be somewhere over 300,000 yen? Damn, forget that.
Yeah, guess you'll have to keep dreaming.
We're really
Okay, I managed to walk away from the fight that tried to initiate. Mishishi, you found it. Did knowing that the things were called yokai help you find it? Fingers crossed that helped. Tara says, I've listened to the new episode of Dice Funk. I'm really excited to see Wet Team interact with each other. I imagine Barbarella forcing Reaper to be her friend. Barbella's not gonna give up on that for a bit. I'm glad people have enjoyed the first Wet Team episode. It's been nice. I don't know Hawaiian real estate prices. I don't know if that sounds reasonable or not. Okay, let's see. So we're going to leave these last 2 to do when we head to the bar. I think means this is the next one to do. They're called Mushi in the manga. I realized supernatural versus spirit is more accurate and that helped. Okay, I'm glad we got that. Okay, yeah. Yokai wouldn't help if they've come up with their own word for it. Yokai is the concept, but it's not a branded thing, so if you want to make your own branded thing that doesn't that has good SEO, I guess you just come up with your own term for that thing. Oh, I'm running completely the wrong way for this, Oh, I got myself very turned around. I thought I was heading somewhere completely different. Still say Ichiban getting a wild good conversion rate. I mean, Ichiban's doing the, like, 100 to 1 yen to dollar approximation, which is enough to get by while not being... Like, the bigger the amount you're dealing with, the more off it's gonna get. Speaking of yokai, I love Ghostwire. Ghostwire Tokyo is a fascinating game. I can't play it, but I get the appeal. My motion sickness goes wild with that game, but I see what people love in it. Oh, I need these people not to attack me.
Oh, this is such a cute outfit. It's perfect for hula dancing.
You know how to hula?
On an entry level, yeah. See, dancing's one of my passions. I've done ballet, classical Japanese dance, and even hip-hop. You dance at all, Ichiban?
The most I can do is a few old festival or folk dances.
Huh. Don't think I've tried those. You should teach me sometime.
Sure, but they might not be all that cool to watch, you know?
That's okay. I'll just have fun seeing you demonstrate.
All right.
Okay, Incompetent Hero says, today's Nin Twitter Direct was strange. Yeah, so for anyone who's not caught, an interesting thing has been happening over the last, 8 hours or so on Twitter, which is Nintendo of America's Twitter has been about once an hour, sharing little bits of news about, certain first-party and or closely tied third-party, game announcement stuff and little trailers. Such as, there was a Princess Peach Showtime trailer, which did leak, 12 hours early, of, some new costumes and some stuff like that. And people are like, are they doing a Nintendo Direct entirely in tweets? They sometimes do this, and people don't pay attention to this. What is likely happening is there is going to be a partner Direct tomorrow, so a third-party focused Nintendo Direct, which will not be announced in advance, it will just pop up. And Nintendo will sometimes do this 24 hours before. They'll just start doing little first-party announcements that weren't enough to justify making this a full Nintendo Direct and setting people's expectations really high for a big first-party announcement, but are too first-party to put in a, third-party partner Direct. They'll just do a bunch of tweets of them, and then 24 hours later you just get a shadow-dropped partner Direct, which, a partner Direct, it could be as little as, 8 minutes of 2 games. They did that once, and it was, 2 spin-off Monster Hunter games. But by comparison, the one that I see people talking about that's yeah, it's a fair comparison, was a 25-minute long one that they didn't give any advance warning for, but they did do a weird tweet spree like this the day before. It's 25 minutes long, and it had Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 3 Portable, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nier Automata, there's a bunch of other ones, I'm going to skim over some of them, Live Alive, Return to Monkey Island, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Sonic Frontiers, Portal, the Portal Collection on Switch, No Man's Sky coming to Switch. It was a reasonably big third-party one that was 25 minutes long that they didn't say it's coming tomorrow, they just uploaded it and it was there. Do we have a guess for what time the Direct drops tomorrow? It'll either be 3 PM or 5 PM UK. Those are the 2 time slots. My gut says 5, because 5 PM UK is pretty close to the timing of the 8 PM UK Xbox thing, and I feel like there's going to be a fairly narrow window between that and Xbox doing their, here's why our games are coming to other platforms thing. I would guess 5 PM UK. But again, this is the way with these partner ones. It could be 3 PM, it could be 5 PM UK. Occasionally 2 PM. Occasionally they do 2 PM for some reason. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye on stuff, and I'll let folks know when we know more. I said this on Monday's stream. It seems, according to a report from The Verge, what we're probably getting tomorrow is Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment. Pentiment is a side-scrolling, medieval, painterly RPG from Obsidian. It seems like Pentiment and Hi-Fi Rush are the two that are, like, releasing tomorrow. Yeah, right. Let's continue making friends with Chitose. Oh, we could have done this one. This is literally where we started the stream, was over here. Oh well.
What do you want?
Okay. Both of those are ones I'm interested in, although I'd rather play Hi-Fi Rush on PlayStation. Hi-Fi Rush does seem like it's coming to PlayStation, not just Switch. Like, Nintendo's seemingly going to be the ones to announce it, but it's probably coming to both at the same time, because there is already a PlayStation-themed shirt in the files for Hi-Fi Rush. I would imagine it probably comes to PlayStation tomorrow as well. If you're looking to play it basically anywhere you would want to play it, it seems like it's gonna be all the places. Oh, I keep running past the Chitose prompts. My brain is not zeroed in on where I'm going.
Oh, I should buy some local honey. Honey's a pretty popular souvenir from Hawaii, if you didn't know.
Huh. Is it really all that different from the stuff you can get in Japan?
Yeah, the flavor really varies depending on which flower the bees collect nectar from. For instance, macadamia honey has a slight bitterness to it. It's delish.
Huh. Who'd have guessed? I always thought macadamias were only good for dousing in chocolate.
Somehow I knew you'd say that.
We're really opening up.
Ooh. This is super interesting. First of all, Incompetent Hero, completely agree with you. Pentiment doesn't sound correct in my brain as a word, and it really annoys me trying to remember it. But Inverse have run a story today, and Inverse, like, I would trust them not to run, like, if they say they've spoken to sources, I trust that they've done so. Allegedly, they've gotten all the details of what is coming in that big Xbox announcement tomorrow, regarding what their vision of the future is. So I'm just going to quickly read this on stream because I'm very curious to see what is allegedly coming. Inverse spoke to multiple Microsoft employees who attended a virtual town hall with Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond last week. Every screen is an Xbox, Bond said in the internal meeting, according to multiple sources who requested anonymity as they were not authorized to speak to media. Sarah spoke extensively about Xbox's strategy of existing on multiple kinds of devices and greater ambitions of becoming the #1 cross-platform gaming company. Hill confirmed to employees there would be future hardware from Xbox and added that it would be safe to assume another Call of Duty was coming this fall. He addressed the company's recent job cuts and said that it had been a hard decision to stop things that weren't working. This isn't the first time Xbox has shared its multi-device strategy. Xbox is not trying to force the player to upgrade to an individual device or make things exclusive to this device or that device. Okay, it doesn't seem like this is specific to how tomorrow is going to be presented. This is internally, like, what was said to Xbox employees to go, hey, don't panic. What the don't panic messaging was. It's not the public. Also, Danilyn, thank you very much for the 32 months. I'm sorry it took me a second to catch your notification. I'm seeing if there's anything else not in the summary. Yes, okay. It seems like the gist of this is there was a meeting internally with Xbox staff that was like, even if we're not going to tell you the specifics, we still got future hardware. We're not, like, getting out of the hardware space, but we do want to be on every device and not just Xbox. Which, yeah, let's see. To illustrate the idea of Xbox on every screen, Microsoft showed images of Palworld on tablets, TV screens, monitors, and handheld devices. it does seem like there was some suggestion of maybe there is some truth to the Xbox handheld rumors. Interesting. Yeah, I really hope that their big, like, public-facing thing tomorrow is clearer than this, because this does not sound like they did it, like, to internal staff, that they messaged, this is what will be exclusive, this is what won't. Like, they don't seem to be yet doing the very clear, solid messaging they need to have tomorrow for the public. Interesting. If we get Game Pass streaming on Switch, my free time is over. I don't think we will, because Nintendo doesn't want it. Microsoft have said in the past they really want Game Pass on Nintendo platforms. Let me find... What did they say before? Microsoft wants Game Pass on Nintendo Switch. Let me find the article about this. This was GameSpot. Oh, this was November last year. Xbox CFO Tim Stewart said during the Wells Fargo TMT Summit, the goal is to make first-party games and Game Pass available... Oh, this is really interesting to go back and reread knowing what we know now. The goal is to make first-party games and Game Pass available on every screen that can play games, including rival consoles. This was November last year. He just said publicly, hey, we want our first-party exclusives and Game Pass on other consoles, including Switch. It's a bit of a change of strategy. Not announcing anything broadly here, but our mission is to bring our first-party experiences and our subscription services to every screen that can play games. That means smart TVs, means mobile devices. That means we would have thought... that means what we would have thought of as competitors in the past, like PlayStation and Nintendo. Huh. Yeah, I remembered that he talked about wanting Game Pass on Switch. I didn't remember it being this... one-to-one directly, like, it just sounds like he's explaining the thing that we're now seeing get rumored. Phil Spencer responded to Tim's comment saying there are no plans. But that's the thing. Very clearly now there are no there were plans. Like, that was a fucking Phil Spencer ass-covering move, because Tim wasn't supposed to say that publicly. But this was, like, 2-3 months ago. This plan has not come to existence in the last 2 or 3 months. This is... Tim said something he shouldn't have a few months ahead of when he was meant to say it. That's, that is so interesting. Huh. Yeah, Phil Spencer denied later what Tim said. Yeah, but that's the thing. He would deny it because they hadn't publicly announced it. Like, Tim himself in the comment goes, not that I'm announcing anything or anything. But when you look at Tim's comments and look at what is happening now, it's like, oh yeah, no, Tim was just... Phil Spencer was just ass-covering. Tim clearly knew what the direction was. Huh. That's so interesting. Curious. Okay, let me hop over here. I'm always fascinated when you get, like, corporate statements that say more than they're supposed to, in that kind of way. You weren't supposed to say that early about things. Those kind of someone let their guard down statements are always really interesting.
My phone's almost dead. Need to find an outlet somewhere.
Yeah, Thimba, here's the thing. Yeah, Nintendo will never allow it. The Switch isn't always connected to the internet. I don't think Nintendo would like the idea of a streaming version of Game Pass regardless. I think the only reason we got the cloud versions of certain games is because those games were planned to be Switch Pro mid-cycle games, and then suddenly that hardware got cancelled because of the chip shortages, and oops, fuck, we've put time into budgeting for getting income from this, fuck it, put it on a cloud version. I don't think Nintendo likes cloud gaming, and I think that they would actively push back from that. I think if Xbox stepped out of the hardware space entirely, I think they would get on board with having Game Pass on Switch. But, like, I think Nintendo, being the way they are, would want to cut... If someone subscribes to Game Pass on Switch, Nintendo would want to be making money off that subscription, and I think that is an impasse that I don't think the two companies would get across necessarily. It's interesting. Saint Nobody says, given that PlayStation has that EA subscription option, they'd probably let Microsoft have something similar as long as it's purchased through PlayStation, but I imagine Microsoft wouldn't be willing to split Game Pass revenue with PlayStation. I disagree. I think it's the other way around. I think that PlayStation is willing to have those services because they don't benefit a direct competitor in the hardware space. The second that, like, Xbox and its great value subscription service that, like, Xbox is really going out of their way to give you great value in subscription services, like, that's a thing they don't want to do. They see Xbox as, like, the enemy. I don't think they would let. Yeah, I think PlayStation would be less likely to get OK Game Pass than Nintendo. I could see Nintendo doing it more readily.
I wonder if they'll ever invent a phone that doesn't need to be recharged.
Oh boy, do I have the perfect gadget for you. Allow me to introduce the paper cup phone.
Oh,
Are you serious right now?
No, I wasn't. My bad.
I'm just messing with you. I've never tried one of those. Is it fun?
No lie, it kinda is. If you talk loud, you can actually see the string vibrate.
Whoa, so it's even got vibration settings? Alright, let's try it.
Hey, if you're down for it. Okay, time to hunt down some materials. Alright.
Hooray, we're winning at friendship. Look how many bingo squares we have. This is how you friendship. Yeah, I want to max out this friendship social link as quick as I can, and then we can get on with side quests and such.
Let's get serious.
The other thing, I think... Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. In terms of, say, Nintendo getting a Game Pass equivalent on their hardware, I think the big issue is that you would want as much software parity as possible. Like, you would want Game Pass on Switch to have most of the games that Game Pass on Xbox has, which means that you would need to have Nintendo ports available for most games on Game Pass, which would mean... You would need, if you were going to do it, like, locally and not streamed, you would need to reach a point where Nintendo was getting most third-party ports and could run most third-party ports. And, like, you know, little exceptions wouldn't be an issue because, like, Game Pass for Xbox and for PC occasionally have slightly different libraries, but you would want a good amount of crossover for marketing. And I feel like if Switch 2 comes out and can run most stuff that's releasing on Xbox and gets most third-party ports, you would then have to get to a point where, like, Game Pass's library at that moment was mostly things that were new enough to have had Switch 2 ports. Then maybe I could see it happening. Like, that's the scenario in which I'm like, yeah, maybe Nintendo says yes. Saint Nobody makes an interesting suggestion. I think PlayStation would probably let Microsoft have a subscription for titles that were actually published by Microsoft, but wouldn't want third-party games included in the subscription. That's an interesting suggestion. Would, if let's say you're a Switch 2 owner or a PS5 owner, would you be interested in a cheaper version of Game Pass, but it only has the first-party titles? So it's, you know, Xbox specifically published stuff, and maybe anything that happens to also be on the other platforms, but, like, it's mainly pitched as, like, $3 a month, or, like, $5 a month, you get Xbox first-party published games in your subscription. Something like that? Maybe there's a price point at which that works. It's an it's not the thing that Game Pass is appealing for, but... I imagine these conversations have happened behind the scenes. Someone has had these conversations. Oh, do I have to go upstairs to find this prompt? Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, I didn't realize that this MP3 player was already out in stores. This one's got great specs, too. While I'm at it, might as well snatch up a new amp.
Chitose, why do you need an MP3 player in 2024? And what features would an MP3 player have to justify you needing it today?
Seems like you're really into this stuff. Whatever it is.
Well, normally your average smartphone's more than enough to play music. But once you start hunting for that hi-fi sound, it becomes a rabbit hole. No end in sight.
Oh, that sounds deep.
Yeah, it's bottomless. But it does make a whole world of difference. Tempted to dive in, Ichiban?
Space Alec, it does sound like what you want is what's probably happening. Individual games, Xbox published, being made available to just buy. Incompetent Hero says it's better than the very poor value of PlayStation Plus Premium. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I suspect Game Pass won't ever happen on either of those platforms. I think even in a world in which we're getting first-party titles, even if we reached a point where every first-party Xbox game a year and a half later comes to Switch 2 and PS5, I still don't think we would see Game Pass. Because here's the thing. I very much think that the way that Xbox is going to tomorrow, in their meeting, I think the way they're going to try and angle this is Xbox is the console you purchase for Game Pass that will play all of your Game Pass games natively. You don't need, like, a fancy PC. You don't need to stream them over the internet and deal with lag. This is your Game Pass box. You buy it, and it gets all of the Game Pass games, and all the Game Pass games work great on it. If you want to buy individual games a year and a half after they come out on Xbox, you can do so on those other platforms. You can still buy them a little delayed on other platforms. This is the place to play them day one, or to play them as part of Game Pass. I think that's Xbox's messaging tomorrow. I would be surprised if that's not how they angle this. And yes, Everett, you are correct. An MP3 player is not gonna... Just use your phone with some kind of lossless audio format. Don't use a fucking MP3 player for sound quality. Yeah, I think PlayStation really misunderstood why people like Game Pass. Like, very specifically, unless you're getting every PlayStation, like, first-party title on launch day in that sort of price tier subscription service, people are going to look at it and go, it's worse Game Pass. Game Pass has created the standard by which these subscriptions are judged as a value proposition, and if you're not doing Xbox's method, you are under-offering in that space. They look like they're charging too much for too little because of what they're being stood side by side with. Ali Catraz, that's a totally justifiable reason to use an MP3 player. I use an MP3 player because I like to save battery on my phone. I'm a little OCD about the battery for some reason. Now, I have an MP3 player. I use it for swimming. It's a waterproof MP3 player. I like clip it onto the overarm strap of my swimming costume. Put my earplugs in. I can listen while swimming. And occasionally, I'll stick that in my bag to go, if I'm traveling a long journey and I don't want to use up all my phone battery, I'll just have that in my bag with a few podcast episodes on it. So I get the appeal of that.
Hearing the radio in a foreign country really hits different, huh? Same goes for reading the local newspaper.
True. Doing the local thing can make you feel like you're a long way from home. Of course, it is fun to browse around and let yourself get lost.
Totally. See? You get me.
Not to mention getting into fights. Local punks always hit different, too.
Not sure I can relate, but okay.
All right.
Okay, we've not got a bingo yet, but we're getting close. Ooh. Oh, no, yeah, this is the side quest we need more. One of our emotion stats needs to be higher. Was it wisdom? You know what? Let's pop in while we're here. Let's see if we can continue maybe getting a date accidentally, but on purpose, with the girl working at the vocational school.
What's with you?
Saint Nobody says, if they made it so the PlayStation Portal could do cloud streaming, I think that would make PlayStation Plus more appealing. I still don't understand how they whiffed so hard on that one. I get you. For a while, when I wanted to do use Game Pass, but I didn't want to like monopolize the TV, it was the Steam Deck using a browser to access Game Pass. If you offered me a PlayStation equivalent of that I could access directly on the portal, I would be a lot more likely to use PlayStation the PlayStation streaming service. If I could just access it via the portal, I agree.
All right, come with me.
Friend, there we go. Here we go. I don't remember what emotion stat it was I needed to improve. Have I improved whatever emotion it is? Okay, I need to get my green stat up to genius. What is it on now? It's on brilliant. I don't know how many levels higher that is I need to be. Not heard of this game before? It is it's part very serious Yakuza crime RPG, crime narrative, part very silly, goofy RPG. I'm currently just doing social links with a character, but we just finished a quest that involved like fighting Danny Trejo, who was wielding 2 machetes. But before that, we were doing a 5-hour-long Pokemon side quest, but it was just scary, burly men that you were capturing as Pokemon. It's a weird series, this. Is it too early for it to be my game of the year? Andy H, I said this with Hi-Fi Rush last year, and I said it with this year. Yeah, I think this... I will be surprised if this is not in very high contention for my game of the year. I don't know whether it'll ultimately be game of the year, but there would need to be a damn good game to knock this off my top spot. Yeah, you missed Danny Trejo! He was the leader of the Barracudas. He didn't know where Ichiban's mum was. But Tomizawa, back here, was like, oh hey, Danny Trejo, you fucking ruined my life. I'm gonna stab you in the head with a machete. And then he didn't, and Danny Trejo pissed himself. And then Tomizawa took a picture of it and was like, if you ever fuck with us again, I'm gonna show the picture to the world of you pissing your pants, Danny Trejo, so fuck off. That's basically what happened last episode, and that's how we got Chitose in the party.
For some reason, I always thought these islands had cactuses. It's not, huh?
Actually, I just saw a big one not far from here. By the way, did you know that cactuses have an IQ of 3?
IQ measures your brain power, right? Does that mean cactuses can think?
Well, it's not like researchers can test them, so it's not exactly scientific. But it is said they can talk to each other. So they're a bit savvier than most plants.
That's mind-blowing. Wait a sec. Shichan, we can't let him hear us.
Oh no, don't let the cactuses know we're onto them.
Why?
We're really opening up.
Yeah, this year's been a really strong start for, like, Game of the Year contenders for me. This, probably going to be my Game of the Year if I say probably. It seems like we're getting a new Nintendo Switch successor this year, and a console launch year is always fucking unpredictable. Nintendo might just have a fucking Breath of the Wild style surprise up their sleeve for their next gen console that like blows me away. But right now, I would be surprised if this is not a top contender for Game of the Year for me. I also today started playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivors. That's fucking fantastic. It's the best Vampire Survivors that isn't Vampire Survivors that I've played in a very long time. I am going to play hundreds of hours of that game. I can feel it already. That game is going to consume my life this year. It's going to be in conversation. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the first chapter, the demo was pretty good. That's coming out in like 3 weeks. I'm kind of spoiled for choice right now of good games. I'm glad I finished this before Deep Rock Galactic Survivor came out. I've got like 2 weeks to play Deep Rock Galactic Survivor before Final Fantasy eats up all my time. It's a good year for good games that I'm excited about. Is it just this one up here left, really? Yeah, I guess so. We got that one and then the two near the bar. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Ye Olde Badger, it came out on early access today. I've played 6 hours of it already. The game came out 10 hours ago. 2 hours was spent recording Pogquisition. At least an hour's been spent streaming already. 6 of the other 7 hours were spent playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor and having a great time with it. That game's very good.
I won't hold back.
Oh, these are reasonably high level. I should actually try and... There we go. I should be using my specials a little more.
Gotcha now.
Yeah, I kind of have to get through games quickly because A, I'm going to get spoiled on them if I don't finish them fast in my line of work. But also, I've had work obligations going on and it's been one of those, if I don't get through these games quick, I'm not going to get back to them.
I'll put you in your place.
Stop attacking us, we're just trying to do friendship bingo. We're literally just doing friendship bingo, that's all.
I won't hold back.
Yeah, Ye Olde Badger, Deep Rock Galactic is very much like me and Jane's like, we want to be doing something together and we're not in the mood for a board game, we want to play a video game, we're not sure what else to play. We will spend like 4 or 5 hours just binging Deep Rock Galactic together and having a really good time. Survivors has a really good mix of like things that are based in Deep Rock Galactic and things that are very much its own. It strikes the balance well. I'm very, very, very positive about it so far.
Hey, you! Get wrecked! Tell me what you got.
Lowlifes. The Olde Badger said, I compared Deep Rock Galactic in my review to tacos. I will never say no to tacos, but there's other stuff I'd have over tacos at the same time. I think that's a fair way to be about a thing. It's like, I will always enjoy my time with this thing, even if it's not the thing that I'm, like, craving all the time. It's never a bad time. It's a reliable... Yeah, I can see that. I wanted to try and befriend the dog there. I finally have dog food. They wouldn't let me befriend the dog. Okay, where are we going? Here?
These street performers are next level. Gives the circus a run for its money.
Right? Their skills are insane. The other day, I saw this one guy juggle 5 knives.
Jeez. One little mistake and it's game over for you. Forever. Can you do any tricks like that?
Nothing remotely close to this stuff. But actually, I'm pretty darn good with a yo-yo. I can keep it moving forever.
Oh, nice! That's harder than it looks.
Yep. I can do around Japan, and if I'm really on a roll, I can even do around Europe.
I don't know much about yo-yos, but those little things can really go places, huh?
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, there's even a trick called Lunar Lander.
Dang, he even goes all the way to space. All right.
Ooh, fucking hell. Sorry, I've just seen a wildly fascinating thing. There's no confirmation this is real, but it looks damn real. People appear to have found a website for an unannounced Valve VR headset that's a standalone VR headset, like the Quest, where the computing stuff is in the headset rather than needing to be plugged into a computer. But it seems, price-wise, not like it's in the Quest price range. Like, it is not necessarily as high as the Apple Vision Pro, but it's up there price-wise. Valve Prism. I am going to put the link in the Twitch, in the Twitch and YouTube chats. If it's a fake, it's a very well-made fake website. High-resolution micro OLED displays, advanced optics. Yeah, you would need some impressive renders to fake this. Runs your existing VR titles, whether you wherever you want to be. Play locally on the Prism. We use Steam Link. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. If it's fake, someone's made a damn impressive fake. Yeah, look at the thing that makes me think it's real is the price is 512 gig model, $1,299. Terabyte 1 terabyte model, $1,499. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a thing Valve would do. I'm trying to find anything that suggests whether this is that confirms one way or another. Okay, it might be fake. It's unclear. If it's fake, someone's put a lot of effort into making it look like they're trying to do a standalone VR headset, and that is the price. If Valve were going to do it, I think that's the price range they would aim for. They got a lot of links that go to Steam and Valve, no offsite links I'm seeing. Yeah, that was the first thing I looked for, is there's nothing here that makes it seem like they're trying to, like, link farm. That stupid Valve Prism thing is fake. Stop posting. It was a huge meme rumor that Valve was going to drop this today. There's nothing about controllers, lighthouses on the Steam website. Okay, that's fair. It is fake. Thimba, my apologies for... This is the problem with doing stuff on stream. I see a thing pop up and I go, I don't know, is this real? Okay. There we go. We spent a few minutes of the stream with me looking at a thing that turned out not to be real. Well, anyway, onward we go. Our day continues. I fucking love living on the internet where nothing's real anymore. I love not trusting anything I see on the internet. I would love to live in an era where I could see a thing and go, no one would have a reason to lie. I can believe what I see online.
Cars are big in Hawaii. Everything's supersized.
Just wait till you try the fast food here. Order a medium and suddenly you've got an extra large. At least by Japanese standards.
Yeah, no kidding. If I lived here a few months, I'd go back home and be like, yo, what'd you do to the food? You use a shrink ray or something?
I bet you would. Too bad we can't shrink the travel time.
We're really opening up.
Sparky Synth, I agree with you entirely. Sparky Synth says, to be fair, some furry with 400 followers makes a rumor more legit in my eyes. When it's a tech rumor, I would believe the furry with 400 followers. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, you're probably a fucking systems analyst working on this thing or something.
You'll regret this.
Yeah, most people I know who are furries are usually working in the tech sector. Like, I know. Oh, hey, we could catch a spare Sujimon. Why not?
Wait, you want more?
I could catch Rebel Yellow Hawkins.
There you go. Will this persuade you?
Huh? What should I do?
Not good enough.
Just say the word.
Where was I? Here we go. Let's get this last one. I don't know how much of Chitose's social links we're going to have left after this,
Look at all
but...
the goodies here. Just like the old-timey sweet shops back home.
You're into Japanese sweets?
Yeah, they're all so bright and colorful. Though I've never actually gone and bought any myself.
Really? Never?
Nope, only read about them in books. I'd love to actually try them sometime.
Then I gotta take you to a real old-fashioned mom-and-pop shop back in Japan. Some even give out bonus prizes. Heck, you can pick up to 300 yen worth of snacks. My treat.
Oh, that's so sweet. No pun intended. Thank you.
Okay, Valve Prism uses Cloudflare and Valve Software uses Akamai. Cool.
Damn, we're so close now.
Hooray! We've got some bingo squares done with Chitose. Cool. Let's just double check. Any other social link spots that I glossed over? I don't think so. No. Okay. Well, in that case, let's return to the bar. And probably do some karaoke, because we've got a new party member, which probably means new karaoke tracks.
You're looking at everything we know about Akane-san. It took an entire organization to gather this. But all it really amounts to is a birth date and an address.
That doesn't sound right. Kiryu-san, I thought that agency was all 007, like with spies and...
Yeah, so, Yuzigura, here's the reminder. Chitose, Ichiban tried to go to his mum's house looking for his mum. Chitose was there. She drugged Ichiban, gave him a lot of alcohol, drugged him, stole his passport, left him naked on a beach, leading to him getting arrested. She used his passport to get into a place called District 5. She was looking for Akane, trying to work out where Akane had ended up. She ended up getting caught by the Danny Trejo, the boss of the Barracudas. I think his name was Dwight. He was like, hey, bring me those chuckle fucks, bring them to me, betray them and, like, bring them to me, and, like, you know, I'll let you go. And she was gonna betray all our boys, and, like, Ichiban was too much of a lovable idiot. She was like, I can't betray this man. Cool, fine. So she, you know, helps them go defeat Danny Trejo, and now she's part of the team. Ichiban was like, yeah, I know you betrayed me, but, like, I've made the decision to trust you. And if that bites me in the ass, we'll work that out when we get to it. I trust you. And she was kind of won over by his lovable naivety and like, oh, you're just gonna trust me, huh? Okay, fine, I can't fuck you over. Ichiban loves to recruit anyone who robs him. If someone is you know, does something wrong to Ichiban, he goes, I can fix you. I just need to, like, keep you in my friendship orbit for, like, a week or two, and you'll be a good person. You're fixable.
Stuff. Shouldn't they be able to write entire books on someone?
Yeah, what gives?
Could be she's harder to track as a member of the general public. Whereas if she kept a higher profile, there'd be no shortage of news coming in.
Ah, good point.
Chitose. It can be the tiniest detail. But if you know anything that's not on here, we need to know too.
Actually, one thing does come to mind.
Oh yeah? What is it?
None of this says anything about her career.
Her career?
Yeah. Akane-san's the director of an orphanage. She's been there, like, forever.
An orphanage? Like Kiryu?
Well, Captain Sawashiro never mentioned anything like that. Maybe he didn't know either.
I haven't been to the place in person, but I do know where it is, if you're interested.
It's a huge booth.
You bet
Good
I'm
for chilling.
interested. That orphanage might have the clues we need.
I bet you it will.
Agreed. Let's head over there.
I bet you that this orphanage will have clues. Aha, alright. Yeah, try the orphanage tomorrow. Could wander around a bit. Homie's drinking all by himself. I think this is our introduction to Drink Links, which is like, do you want to do the personal side quest for each character? And unlock increased combat functionality with them? Yeah, let's go talk to him. Yeah, if you see these two hearts above someone's head, it means they're ready for a drink link. And I will do his drink link, but more importantly, we probably have new karaoke songs. So I'm gonna go look for new karaoke songs, and then we'll do Tony Zawa's drink links. Which of these do we not have scores on? Oh, this one. Oh god, I love this track, but it's really complicated to play.
I got the balls to confess, but my crush kicked me to the curb. I poured my heart in that love letter. She tore it up, put my feelings to the shredder. Our relationship, it won't get better. She left me before I could forget her. So, you know that girl you like's got a boyfriend? I hear he's captain of the soccer team and smart and athletic. He's like the whole package, a perfect 10 out of 10. But you're not in the same league, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Summertime groove. I'm really sorry. I feel bad. I do. Yeah, I went through something awful, you know? You had your eyes on her for so long, but everybody else did too. Apparently, those two are going 4 years strong. Really? 4 years? It's been that long? How can someone be this damn strong? A jerk like you wanna know. No need to go and cry. Deep down, you're a good guy. You need to get your mind off things. I know. How about a trip to Hawaii? Let's go. So grab your towel and dry up your tears. This freak ain't ever gonna leave me be. Now move your feet. Just get down and dance. But now we're feeling that trip to Hawaii. Let's hit the beat and flirt with some things. Think I can pet some tacos too? So maybe there's a chance you'll meet your soulmate. You know we're trying to get into this now. Make your move. Get into that summertime groove. Yeah! It's fine! Summertime groove!
This might be the song in this game, karaoke-wise, I have the most difficulty playing. It's a lot of weird shifting of rhythms. Bella Bean says the English singing is less painful than the Japanese. I haven't heard this song in Japanese. I don't know how the Japanese sounds for this. Did I hit 90? Did I hit a 90? I might have to redo it if I didn't get 84. I want a 90 or above on every track. We're gonna redo this one once. Incompetent Hero says, I never expected to see a Yakuza member energetically swinging a towel to a ska pop song. You've never played a Yakuza game then. Look, the English version sounds cheesy, and I like the cheesy.
Crush kicked me to the curb. I poured my heart in that love letter. She tore it up, put my feelings to the shredder. Our relationship, it won't get better. She left me before I could forget her. So, you know that girl you like's got a boyfriend? I hear he's captain of the soccer team and hot and smart and athletic. He's like the whole package, a perfect 10 out of 10. But you're not in the same league, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Summertime groove. I'm really sorry. I feel bad. I do.
Come on, I need a 90 out of 100.
You had your eyes on her, but everybody else did too. Apparently, those two are going 4 years strong. Really? 4 years? It's been that long? How can someone be this damn slow? Even a jerk like you wanna know. No need to go and cry. Deep down, you're a good guy. You need to get your mind off. I know. How about a trip to Hawaii? Let's go! So grab your towel and dry up your tears. This freak ain't ever gonna leave me be. Now move your feet. Just get down and dance. But now we're feeling that trip to Hawaii. Let's hit the beat and flirt with some things. Think I can pet some tacos too? So maybe there's a chance you'll meet your soulmate. You know we're trying to get into this now. Make your move. Get into that summertime groove. Yeah! It's fine! It's fine! Summertime groove!
That's gonna be a 90. That's gonna be a 90.
Incredible.
What was that about Akane running an orphanage? Terra, yes. Apparently, basically the whole time she's been living in Hawaii, Ichiban's mum has been working in an orphanage. Chitose knows this because Chitose was actually working as Akane's, like, housekeeper. If anyone would know something about where Ichiban's mum's gone, it's probably the place she worked. So we're gonna go check that out tomorrow. 94, hell yeah, we got it. Yes, it's cheesy and on the nose, but I think that is what a good karaoke track should be. The reason I like a lot of the karaoke tracks in English is they feel like when someone goes to sing Tenacious D Tribute at a karaoke event, it's like, it's cheesy, it's a bit tacky, but it's the kind of song that in universe you imagine everyone knows the words to, and everyone in the room's like, oh, fuck yeah, this one. Like, this Scar track that just played, I could see this being like Smash Mouth in this universe. Right, how many more of these do I need 90 on? Baka Daru. Okay, we can do this.
Now, lend me your ears.
Oh, Tara, no worries. I'm always happy to recap the plot because you had a medical person who didn't understand video game story was going on.
Scorned by love, even then you opened yourself to me. Yeah! Though I tried to speak, they just wouldn't leave. 3 small words. I love you.
We're killing it!
Though I need be asleep.
Hey!
I'd pour another passage to your memory.
Kiri, you're such an old man with your ballads, and that's very sweet to me.
I will stay here just to be near, knowing well it's only me.
Kazuma's soul friends. Aww.
Playing the fool. Too dumb to care, too dumb to know, too stupid to see a wounded heart.
He's just singing ballads about the friends that he misses from Yakuza 0 back in the 80s.
Still I spent it all. We reached the end, it's too late to pretend. I'll be here wondering anyway. Playing the fool.
I like that so many of his music videos are like, oh, the person who I'm saddest about most is the dog. I miss the dog so fucking much. You know, there's like, you know, all of my like, you know, deeply held friendships in the Yakuza, and then there's that one Shiba Inu. Oh, my heart.
Still got it.
I was introduced to ska music from a Japanese ska band, TSPO, so ska always makes me think of Japan. I love ska. I didn't realize I loved ska, really, until I started going to... There's an all-night club that I'll occasionally go to. Or used to. They've kind of shut down now, but they used to have on the top floor, they used to do like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., or like maybe midnight to 4 a.m., would just be ska. And very, very crowded, weird little room at like 2 in the morning is exactly when I realize I love ska. And fucking knees up. Gonna have a go. I once got given a t-shirt by a band because at the end of their hour-long set, they went, you didn't stop fucking, like, dancing full on the entire set. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, hell yeah, you were great. They gave me a t-shirt. That was lovely. People who are very into the genre will tell you there's a difference between ska and two-tone. They're in the same family of genre. If you gave an individual track, it would often be hard to say which it was. You know, the difference is semantic. God,
Looks like I'm up.
who was the ska band I was thinking of the other day? Was it Mad Apple Circus? Yeah, let me play you a very short clip of Mad Apple Circus, who were the band who gave me a shirt once because I was jamming out to their set at like 2 a.m. We'll do a little clip.
Yo, where Mad Apple Stand free on there.
No, I'm trying to find you actually doing music, not talking backstage. She's got a real... I really like this vocalist's voice, alongside those horns. Yeah, that's Mad Apple Circus. I'll chuck a link to them in a bit, but yeah, I love me a good bit of ska in the middle of the night. Right, what was this? This was... You've done Bakamitare. Here we go. I knew Chitose had to have some songs available.
Let's get this party started.
Andy H, yeah, in its final chapters, Infinite Wealth does get a bit fucking ridiculous. Go Ichiban.
I get always not enough. Weekend it starts anew. If I could stay, I'd never leave. I'd never go back home again.
Just stay anyway.
This figure simply wasn't the way to you. No, you couldn't even spare me a glance. It kills me to say that I love you. Oh, how I love this dance. You and me.
That's how we love you.
Jeez, how we love you!
All I need, let me win your heart. Baby, one more time. Won't you look my way? 'Cause there's no more time. The sun is finally setting. Am I to just give up? Forget and wave goodbye to all these memories. No more words. No, I won't get through to you. No matter how much I have to say. Just empty words you'll never know. Beneath the glow of Honolulu city lights.
Oh. Incompetent Hero says, this might sound weird, but I can see Ichiban's voice being used for Donkey Kong. I never would have said that, but you're not wrong. I love how completely incorrect for the tone Ichiban's little shouts are. Genuinely great. Always worthwhile.
Looks like I'm
Okay, we've got scores on every track now, over 90. Cool. Right, time for us to find out more about Tomizawa's sad backstory. Here's a recap for anyone who doesn't know his sad backstory so far. Tomizawa was just a taxi driver. No crime or nothing. He had a lovely, lovely missus. He had a lovely wife, or soon-to-be wife. She was pregnant. They were going to have a kid together. And then Tomizawa, out of the blue, got accused of a crime he did not do. He got accused of like stabbing someone and like hijacking a taxi or something. And like there were like 15 witnesses who said, yeah, it's him, he did it, despite him not having done it. He was entirely being set up and framed for a crime he did not do. He was basically told by his lawyer, and this is a real thing people get told all the time in the United States, your choices are plead guilty and get 5 years, or plead innocent and risk getting 20 years. And with the number of people who are saying you did it, even if you didn't do it, you're probably better off just saying you did it and just only having 5 years of your life gone. So he took that deal, and all of the stress of this fucking situation caused his wife to miscarry, or his fiancée to miscarry. And then the grief over the lost child and her partner being in prison meant she just fucking bailed. And kind of understandably. So Tomizawa came back to no kid and no partner. So that's where we start with Tomizawa's sad backstory. Gatling Combo says, I hope Sega and all the devs making the handful of games that got announced get the resources they need to make their games as cool as the Yakuza games have been. Yes, please give fucking Crazy Taxi Yakuza level weirdness budgets, please. But yes, here we go. Sad backstory.
Yo, Tommy, mind if I join you?
I was just hoping for a drinking partner.
Ha, then I'm your man. Whoa. Some days it really hits the spot.
You much of a drinker, usually?
Kinda, except when I came to Hawaii. I got so wasted my clothes were stolen. Hard to claim I can hold my liquor after that.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What about you?
I've cut back lately. A while ago, I was going way too hard. Yeah, trying to forget.
Oh, forget about Marie, you mean?
Yeah, more or less.
Yes.
But, you know, hey, time heals all wounds is what they always say.
They say that.
Even being stripped bare-assed in public. You know, you'll laugh about it in a few years.
Has time healed your wounds, Tomizawa?
Has time really healed those wounds, though? They seem pretty deep.
Sometimes I think it has. Other times, I still feel tender. The Barracudas ruined way more lives than just mine and Marie's, you know? I mean, that frame job scam was old hat by the time they got me. It's just hard to imagine anyone else took it at their happiest moment, you know, like I did. Girl I loved was having my kid. I would have given anything for one more day with her.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Don't be an idiot. Always thinking about it anyway. So the night that Marie and I first met...
Oh, you want to talk about this?
Do you mind? It's been a long time since I told this story. Let me get through this.
Well, I'm happy to listen, I guess, if you're okay.
Before we get into this Tomizawa's sad backstory, someone made a point earlier, and I've been thinking about it, and something's crystallized in my head for me, literally just a second ago. Something's come together as a thought. Someone sent me a link earlier to the fact that PlayStation have said earlier today that there's not going to be any new entries in any of their major franchises this financial year. It's not to say they won't have, like, new IPs and things like that, but, like, don't expect a new Last of Us, a new God of War, a new Spider-Man, a new entry in any of their big things. Like, any of the things that, like, that are, like, big PlayStation franchises, none of them are getting another entry this year, in the year to come. And Xbox doesn't seem... Xbox is getting ready to put a lot of their exclusives elsewhere, kind of diluting their, like, big heavy hitter exclusive sort of position this year. If Nintendo does have a new console coming out this year, presumably with a few first-party exclusives on it, this could really be a strong year in terms of, like, Nintendo coming out the gate swinging, having first-party exclusives in a year where neither of their competition is really leaning as hard into that. It's an interesting thought. I kind of agree with Gatling Combo in the YouTube chat. I'm not upset hearing that from PlayStation. I'm okay with new franchises, new IPs. But it is an interesting proposition where it's a weird thing to think about given the position that maybe puts a new piece of Nintendo hardware in. None of that sounds like a bad thing for if Nintendo is launching new hardware in the coming months. Anyway, Tomizawa.
I can't believe it was over a decade ago. Ugh, means I've been cabbing that long, too. Back then, I'd spend my nights at clubs, picking up girls, which, of course, went nowhere, usually.
Usually? That word's doing some heavy lifting.
Do you want to hear my story or not?
Okay. Sorry.
One night, I hit on this girl with a boyfriend. I wouldn't normally do that, but I was dead drunk. And the boyfriend, like, is this massive pro wrestler-looking lifter. And he dragged me to an alley, and he kicked the shit out of me so bad, I thought I might actually die.
That's the worst pickup story ever. Does Marie really show up in it?
Stop interrupting, I'll get there. So I'm lying in the alley, hurling out my guts. And then this woman finds me and cleans me up. Marie happened to be there that night with one of her coworkers. We'd never seen one another before. But there she was, caring for a total stranger, staining her nice clothes with my blood.
Wow, well, that's something special.
Yeah, probably the worst night of my life.
Doesn't it sound like Tomizawa is describing the opening hours of a Yakuza game we never got to see?
Like that slip away.
Oh, right.
You know, it's funny. Now, I say it's the best night of my life, but down the road, it's what ends up ruining hers.
Like it wouldn't be out of place to have, like, this be the cold open to him going to prison, him coming out, and, like, that being the start of a Yakuza game. This could so easily be a Yakuza game backstory.
Wow, Tommy.
When we found out she was pregnant, she quit her job. 6 months later, I was in prison. All because a scumbag like me couldn't let her go. She could have had so much better.
I bet she doesn't think so.
Marie wouldn't see it that way, I'm sure.
I appreciate you saying so.
Infinite Wealth Zero,
no way to
indeed.
find out.
Hey, Tommy, do you ever think about trying to locate her? You said she would visit you,
I'm just
right?
gonna say this
In
now.
the beginning, at least?
If
Of course I tried.
if we never get never get another brawler based Yakuza game with Kiryu as protagonist, I think we could get away with Tomizawa being like the protagonist of the beat 'em up brawler entries in this series set in Hawaii. I think he could carry being a main protagonist of this series.
Thing I did. No luck. When I got back to our home, everything of hers was gone. Not a trace left behind. Don't follow me. Doesn't get much clearer. I left this amazing woman to suffer all on her own as she'd lost a child. Whatever the circumstances might have been. You can't go on with someone after that.
Know what? I'm a pretty bad judge of character.
Huh? Why do you say that?
The first time we met, you pulled a gun on me, remember?
Yeah, it was a whole, like, 2 days ago
If
in
you asked me
game.
then, I'd have said you were nothing more than a petty crook. But now, listening to you, I think everybody's carrying something you can't see right away. Everybody out there.
I'd almost forgotten about sticking you up. Did I ever apologize to you for that?
It doesn't matter anymore.
No. Some things do matter.
Huh?
I am sorry for the way we met, Ichiban.
Well, you're forgiven. If you buy the next round.
Yazikura,
Bygones be.
the scene that makes me think he could carry it off is specifically
I'll
the
do
scene
my
with Dwayne, the character played by man with his machetes, who I've forgotten his name now. Machete wielding man. Someone can remind me his name in chat. The whole scene where, like, holding him at machete point, like, he's being pled to, the very serious scene, and him, like, ultimately not doing it to get Chitose saved. Danny Trejo. Like, I think that conversation is the one that convinces me, like, if you could have the silly, bumbling, kind of a coward Yakuza protagonist who pulls his shit together and gets serious and like, deathly vicious when he needs to, and then would, like, the second the scene is over and he's stepped out of the room, go, oh my fucking god, I'm shaking so bad. But, like, he would hold it together in the scene. Like, I like the thought of a Yakuza protagonist who is fucking terrified until the adrenaline kicks in and he does what needs to be done, and then he steps out of the room and goes, friends, I need you to hold me, that was too much. Oh, you weren't there for that. Yeah, I might see if I can find just, like, a little bit of that scene, because I think it's the one that sold me on he could be series protagonist. Yeah, having you not seen the scene, I'm not gonna pull it up. Yeah, he scares Danny Trejo's character into pissing himself in fear, and then takes a photo to use as leverage against him later. And it's that scene where I'm like, you need to do a damn good performance for me to believe Danny Trejo would piss himself in fear. Tomizawa's actor did a really fucking good job. I believed it. You convinced me Danny Trejo would piss himself in fear to that, and I'm like, bravo, bravo. Anyway, drink links. We can build up our friendships with characters. I think Tomizawa's probably the only one we're ready to do drink links with yet.
Hey, thanks.
He's telling me to go to bed, but can I do more drink links? They're not gonna let me do more drink links because it's too late. What's my bond level at with characters? Okay, at some point the story will progress and I can do at least the next 2 drink links with Tomizawa, Chitose. We can do the first drink link when that unlocks. We don't have any drink links with Kiryu. Phenomenological Cat says, Ichiban and Tomizawa becoming the Sonic and Tails of this Sega franchise would make me very happy. Honestly, yeah. I think Ichiban as the silly, goofy RPG protagonist. I think Tomizawa staying potentially in Hawaii and having like his own interactions with the factions here, I think is a really good springboard to opening up a wider world of like the serious crime politics of the Yakuza series into a wider, different setting. I think Hawaii sticking around as a setting is important for this series. Maybe even the wider United States could be interesting. Have a Yakuza game set in, like, fucking Texas or something. Okay.
Hey, what's the holdup?
Now, I'm gonna head right back inside here and see if they'll let me do more of the... Can I do more of the drink links? I can. Not... Okay, yeah, for both of them. Cool. Not for you. Cool. Let's do Tomizawa's drink links while we're here.
Yo, Ichiban. You got a minute? I wanted to ask something.
Me? Sure. I'm always down.
And not to get too heavy, but it's about Marie again. Yeah, you remember? After I went to prison, she pretty much vanished from the earth. Figured she never wanted me to look for her. And I'm fine with that, if she's happy somewhere. So I got in touch with some old friends we had, ones I haven't seen since. I asked if any of them had heard from her, know how she's doing.
Holy shit, did you find anything out? Is she okay?
Long story short, yeah, probably. I don't know 100% yet.
Vegas could work very well with the silliness and the spectacle. Hollywood, I think, as well could. But yeah, this sounds great. It seems like Tomizawa's old like romance person is okay. It's fine. You know, that's... I'm gonna reassure him. That's great news. Be positive about that.
It. This is some kick-ass news, man.
Hey, yeah, you're right.
What the heck? Why do I seem happy?
Montreal, God.
Marie's
Sorry, Cass Fireborn has just reminded me of the existence of Due South, a thing I'm very aware of as a person with a Canadian parent. Fucking Yakuza Due South would be a hell of a thing to try and make.
friend told me that while I was locked up, she nosedived bad. She'd already quit her job for the baby, but then she lost touch with everyone else in her life. She might have left Hawaii entirely at that point, according to them.
Really? Well, that could be why you didn't find anything when you first looked.
Yeah, but recently someone saw her on a beach here in the city. She's back in the old neighborhood. Apparently, she looks all right from a distance.
Yeah, I think GTA is
What are you
why
gonna
we
do,
would never
Tony?
see Hollywood or
Maybe back on her feet.
Vegas.
But for all I know,
I suspect.
she only got there by burying the past.
Trying to avoid
In that
direct
case,
comparison.
She could very well want me to stay forgotten.
But no way. She wouldn't think that.
And there's... You know, what have I done besides lick Yamai's boots since I got out again? If I saw Marie today, what would she think of me? Meanwhile, she could be with a new guy, Hell, she could have a new family by now.
Tommy.
I'm sorry, you didn't sign up for this, did I? What am I supposed to do?
In your imagination, Marie would really never want to think about you again?
Yeah? I mean, why would she? Look, forget it. I shouldn't have brought this shit up. Just, tell me one thing, honestly. What would you do in my place? You're me. Would you really go look her up?
I don't think there's any right move in a situation like this. You literally cannot know whether she would be happy to see you, whether she wants distance and and to just let the closure happen. There's no knowing what the correct answer is until you make a decision one way or another.
There is no right answer here. You can't know anything for sure.
I mean, that's true, but it sucks shit.
Think of it like this. In 10 or 20 years from now, what would you regret most? It is possible that seeing you will only bring back bad memories. But the thing is, nothing will ever be certain until you see it with your own eyes. Understand? You're worrying, well, what if she doesn't want to see you? Well, what if she's in trouble and needs help?
I don't know.
If you really can't do it yourself, I can go check up on her for you.
Ichiban, that's probably
Don't let
smarter
this
than
opportunity
Tomizawa
pass you
doing
by.
it.
It'll keep haunting you forever if you do.
Ichiban, man.
Sorry if I was out of line there.
I
Out of
want
line?
Yakuza
No,
set
I
in
needed you more
Canada
than I
now.
realized. Thank you. You really helped me.
Cool.
You're right. All I know is that Marie or someone who looks like her is in town.
Yeah,
Unless I see for myself, everything else is...
Yazigura makes a
My
good point.
mind
In not
running
telling
wild.
her, you're not letting her make an informed
I
choice
hope
while
she's
getting to make
doing
one
well.
yourself. Yeah.
So do I. Even if that means she's got no room in her life for me. You know, if I can be sure that she's happy, I'll be okay.
You're a hell of a guy, Tommy.
Is it me, or do you sound sad now?
I would
Well,
need to look up what
this
part of
might
Canada has
undermine
the
my
largest
advice, but
Japanese-speaking
the truth is,
population.
I'm in the lurch too. I proposed to this girl a while back, and she still hasn't given me an answer.
Whoa, you're down worse than I am, and I've been listening to you?
I was afraid you'd say that.
Shit. You need advice from me?
Let me think. Tommy, find Marie first, and then we'll get to my problems.
Alright, but... Man, talk about ending on a sour note.
Yeah, that's why
I'll tell you in a
write
second
chats
what
like
I
this
want for
with
Yakuza
drinks,
Canada
not
that will never
words.
happen.
Well said.
Okay, here's what... It will never happen, but here's what I would want from Yakuza Canada. I would want Yakuza Canada set... I would want basically the Canadian sitcom Corner Gas. I want it to be like set in the middle of fucking nowhere, Saskatchewan. You can see a million miles in any direction, any way you look. It's just flat as far as the eye can see. And it's just bumbling middle of nowhere, Saskatchewan. And there is somehow a very intricate crime ring happening in the middle of Saskatchewan while you've got bumbling sitcom antics happening around Kiryu. That's the game that will never happen, but I would love to play. Now, I know that Corner Gas is not a particularly useful reference point for most of you, but I've kind of set myself weirdly on Yakuza Corner Gas. Okay, let's continue with Tomizawa friendshipping. Right, imagine those Corner Gas cops trying to deal with the Yakuza. Ichiban would have great chemistry with the guy. He's played by Brent something. The guy who runs the corner store. I'm just imagining like the slapstick antics of trying to stop a very big crime with the very dry comedy man in the corner in the gas store. Brent Butt, yeah. Right, curling minigames. You see why I'm weirdly sold on this it wouldn't be a good game. But I would love it. Polite man is the on-screen encounter text. Exactly. Where do you even hide, like, a roving gang of Yakuza members in, like, a place with, like, 9 buildings in it total?
Oh, Tommy, you okay? You look kind of upset.
Do I? I guess that's no big surprise.
Hey, do you feel like talking? I'm down to listen.
You can probably imagine what happened. I ended up seeing her.
Okay, so?
Actually happened by accident, kinda. She was just at that same beach, like I'd never seen her before. The rumors were true. She came back to Hawaii only recently. I mean, I didn't get close, but it was her, without a doubt.
What? You didn't
Well,
talk to her?
now you know she's okay, so you can leave it
She
be.
was there, and her boyfriend was right beside her.
She got a new boyfriend.
Damn it. How did she look, at least?
From what I could tell, she looked great, and they seemed to be very, very close. They were making that beach a paradise, laughing, kissing, staring at each other.
So, in other words, she looked happy, right?
Well, I mean, when we were together, she seemed happier in other ways, you know.
Be glad that she's doing well.
Oh, she's safe now, anyway. You weren't sure she was even alive before, right? That's good.
Yeah, I could take some solace in that. I'd never forgive myself if the worst had happened. But, how do I say this? Knowing she's doing so well without me makes it hurt all the more.
I get it. I get how you feel.
You do, right?
Say, couldn't you try getting a bit closer, at least? You don't have to settle for a distant glance.
Yeah, but if she and her boyfriend are doing as great as they seem, I'd really be in the shit. If they catch me following them a few meters behind, Maria will think I've gone totally crazy.
You're not wrong. Okay, time for me to step up and do my part.
Your part?
I'll stroll by the two of them, casual, and I'll feel out the vibes.
You think you could pull that off?
Well, if I just clock them for a few minutes, how hard could it be?
Yeah, sorry, but you couldn't even play it cool enough to get your proposal answered.
Okay, well, back to Marie then. What kind of guy was her boyfriend, anyway?
Probably in his 40s. Clean-cut type. Looks like he's got money.
All right. What else?
Yeah, average build, little on the thin side. You know, more brains than brawn.
Oh, I've worked it out. Sorry.
Look nice.
I've worked out how we make Kornagas part
how
of
did Marie
Canadian
act?
Yakuza.
She had acted real goddamn happy.
Right.
That's it. You keep going, don't stop. There's gotta be some way
We'll get
this
there in
isn't
a
what
minute.
It seems like.
I never said we're stopping,
We'll
Tommy.
finish.
Okay,
We'll finish
first of all,
Tomizawa's whole
We
thing.
have to be absolutely sure.
Huh?
Look, sometimes it's really hard to gauge how a girl's feeling. If I were you, I'd want conclusive proof her happiness is more than skin deep. Any woman can look happy. It's your responsibility to find out if her face is telling the truth.
Ichiban, you're right. What do you think I should do?
Talk to her. Don't make this weird. Just say hi.
You
And then
Marie
leave?
could just, for all you know, she might have come back to Hawaii hoping to find you.
No way. Even I can't get behind that much wishful thinking, man. Besides, I just know I'd say something stupid, make things worse for her. It's not time yet. I'll talk to her. I will, when I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Thanks for listening again, Ichiban. Honestly, I couldn't get through this without you.
Hey,
Aw,
I'm here
baby.
for you. Listening doesn't cost a thing. We're friends after all.
I still got no idea how to proceed, but Marie-wise. But no matter what, I know it can't end like this. And I know something else. I got a good, trustworthy friend who has my back.
Aw.
How's about we drink to that?
Oh, yeah. You really are an easy guy to talk to, bud. Shush. That's it then.
Okay. Very good, sweet conversation with Tomizawa about his feelings about his ex and whether she's doing alright. But, more importantly, time to talk about how we make Corner Gas, the sitcom, into a part of Canadian Yakuza. So, it's not set in Saskatchewan. It's set in whatever place conceivably has the largest Japanese-speaking population. You do the same sort of excuses you did with Hawaii. Corner Gas, in Saskatchewan, is it's the big side quest. It's the Animal Crossing side quest of this game. The baffling thing about... So, if you've done the Animal Crossing side quest in this, I'm not going to spoil too much because we haven't got that here in this playthrough. There are 2 mascot characters. They're actual real-world Japanese children's TV mascots, apparently, that they licensed. You do the same thing here. You do running a gas station in a place where basically no one visits and you have to work out how to keep it financially afloat. Very in-depth business minigame, but you license the cast of Corner Gas, and you inexplicably have the actual cast of Corner Gas be the NPCs in this side quest about Ichiban trying to run a gas station in a place where no one fucking visits. That's how you make Corner Gas be part of Canadian Yakuza. Anyway, now we can stand near Tomizawa and do an attack, and we'll do like a little combo attack because we listened to him talk about his feelings. He's done talking about his feelings, but you know who isn't? Chitose. She's got at least some feelings to tell us about. Yeah, let's start a drink, Link.
Yo, Chichan.
Hey, I already started drinking without you.
Yeah, I can see that. Mind if I join you?
Yeah, Cass.
Sure.
The
Go
general
for it.
public will not care. The Canadian government would definitely fund,
Oh,
definitely throw Sega some
The
money
last
to
time
make
it was
that.
just the 2 of us drinking, there was a little incident. Let's just say it left me in a real bad spot.
Right.
Oh my god, Tara, you've unlocked how we make Corner Gas part of Yakuza. There was an episode of Corner Gas where they talked about their city having a sister city in Japan, and they didn't specify which one it was. It could have been the one that Ichiban is from, and that's how we make the fucking Corner Gas thing work. God, I am way too invested in finding a way to make canon Corner Gas in the non-existent Canadian Yakuza game. I'm pitching this to Sega. We're gonna make it happen. Yakuza. Which one are we on now? This 7, 8. Yakuza 9. Corner Gas.
You got drugged and tossed out in public. Buck naked. Maybe you ought to be more careful, just so it doesn't happen again.
Man, that feels like forever ago. A lot sure changed, huh? When I first came to Hawaii, I didn't know a single soul. But now it's like, I've got the whole gang here.
Goes to show you're a real popular guy. You always end up making friends left
Like a
and right.
dragon Great White
You
North.
make it look so easy. Is it really?
Personally, I think I've got way more enemies.
Yeah, Vancouver could work as a setting.
The 2 of us sitting like this actually reminds me of the time I drank with my dad.
Your dad? Oh, you mean the head of the Fujinomiya family?
Well, everyone calls him the chairman. He's surrounded by associates at all times. But his real family? Well, we're just for show.
For real? What the actual heck?
If you're representing the great Fujinomiya group, then you gotta be the perfect dad, adored by all, and especially by your family. We're just accessories to help sell that image. Whenever we take a family photo, there'd be an entire camera crew. Felt like we were posing for a company commercial.
I guess you don't really like your dad?
I'm guessing you don't exactly like your dad.
Yep, just about. Can't say we've got a healthy relationship.
Did you drink with your dad a lot?
Huh?
You said this reminded you of that earlier, didn't you?
Oh, guess I did. I only ever drank with him once, though, just before I came here. Didn't even have fun either. Drinking alone with your parent is just awkward.
I wouldn't know. I never had a chance to drink with either of mine.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
I'm gonna
about it.
Photoshop something
Anyway,
really fucking
What did you guys even
stupid
talk about then?
during this cutscene.
What was it again? Stuff about how much our company's stocks were worth? He went on about restructuring, about what sucked, and about making cuts. Maybe that's all he could think about. So that was the only way he could pass the time.
Okay then, but why were you two drinking together in the first place?
My dad invited me out. We didn't know how long I'd be in Hawaii at the time. Since we wouldn't be seeing each other for a while, maybe he wanted to give parenting a shot. Even if it was just a formality.
You don't have to be so negative about everything, you know?
You know, I'm kind of jealous of you, Ichiban.
Of who now?
'Cause, like, you love your parents so much. You even came all the way to Hawaii to meet one of them. I don't think I could ever see my parents that way. It's a personal problem, though.
The grass is always greener on the other side. You know, it's easy to want what you don't have.
Well, the grass is always greener on the other side. More people have parent issues than you might think. I didn't have either of my parents around, so I never thought about that sort of stuff.
If you were my dad, I'm pretty sure I would have turned out a better kid.
Okay.
Me? Your dad? No way. No offense. I just mean, I'm not...
I'm about to finish making a meme that exists for exactly
You're
like
not
4
that
people
much
on the
younger than
planet.
him. My dad's a bit over 50 and you're like, what, mid-40s?
Oh, guess you're right. Well, I'm almost pushing 50 now.
Having a drink with you is kind of relaxing, Ichiban.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm having a great time too. So don't go drugging me again, all right?
Sorry, but what was that again? I can't keep track of every little incident.
This is so
exactly what a
stupid.
big shot would say.
How old is Ichiban? He's 47, I think. He was 24 when he was arrested. He spent 20 years in jail, and then 3 years have passed since then, so I think he's 47. He was 45... Oh, is it? I might be wrong. I think he's somewhere in his mid to late 40s. Yeah, he gives the vibe of a younger 30s man. Because he didn't get to have a fucking childhood, and he's trying to have it now he's out. So, let me show you the fucking meme I made that exists for the very niche subsection of people who love Corner Gas, the Saskatchewan-based Canadian sitcom, but also are into Yakuza and want a Yakuza game set in Canada. I present to you... Guy says something negative about Canadian culture. It's alright, G, everything's cool. Guy says something negative about classic Canadian sitcom Corner Gas. It's beatdown time. This meme is for no one. It's for me. I am the target market for this meme. Thank you for indulging me tonight as I go down a rabbit hole of exclusively humor for me tonight. Anyway, let's get rid of Ichiban Corner Gas. Sorry, yes, I got to catch up on chat now that Chitose is not talking about parental issues. Yes, Cass Fireborn says you could tie Canadian Yakuza into Due South really easily too. If anyone doesn't know that, it was about a Mountie, the mounted police in Canada. Since First Ray was off doing deep cover work as a mob boss, named after a lobster at one point. Yeah, mob connections. Named after a lobster, that's silly enough to work as a crossover, exactly. It was its own kind of wacky by the end. Incompetent Hero said, I'd love a Mario Kart style side activity. The first Like a Dragon, Ichiban's first game, does have a Mario Kart side activity. Yeah, Yeah, Cass, thank you for indulging me. Thank you for being someone that knows enough of the things I'm referencing about Canada to get in on this with me. Tom Hurtons is the legally distinct coffee mainstay. I mean, look, there's literal ABC stores in this from Hawaii. I reckon the Yakuza series would get actual Tim Hortons brand stores into Canadian Yakuza. I think they'd manage it. Okay, cool. We've done our social links. Do we have any more side quests or friendship chats with Chitose, or is it time to go visit the orphanage and get some actual plot about where maybe Ichiban's mum has ended up? I don't feel ready for this. I'm gonna come back to the Roomba in a bit. I want Chitose to level up at least a couple more times. Do you think a brand with such prestige should lower themselves to team up with Tim Horton?
Hey, Shichon.
Yeah?
I want to be able to go, look,
Kane-san anyway.
you can't set a Yakuza game in Canada and not let me go buy Timbits. I should be able to have Timbits in my inventory. In like, if you're gonna set like a Vancouver-based Yakuza game where there's a side quest like riffing on corner gas, I want I want Timbits in my inventory.
Why do you ask?
Oh.
Yoldy Badger says, eat everything at the Tim Hortons, have a side quest explaining what a double-double is. It wouldn't be a side quest. It would... This game does it, where if you eat everything in a restaurant, your party members will sit and have a conversation. Eat everything in the Tim Hortons, and you get the party members discussing what a double-double is. That's the conversation. It writes itself. That's the conversation if you eat everything in the Tim Hortons. If you buy 2 of a couple of things, one of the combos would be double-double, because you bought 2 double-doubles, and that made it a double-double combo. Tara says, Corner Gas is such a surprise. Not many people in Canada watch that show. I know Corner Gas specifically because my dad. My biological dad. He was not very present in my life. Hooray, parental absence trauma. Literally, the only 2 things I inherited from my dad was knowing what due south and corner gas were. That is all he imparted off me of Canada. Half of my family is from Canada, and literally I got due south and corner gas were what I inherited out of that. Corner Gas blew up after it got cancelled. Yeah, a lot of shows end up like that. I have no idea how long it ran for. It must have been like 2005 that I was watching DVDs of Corner Gas. Stuff 10 boxes of Timbits in your pockets, and at some point 40 hours later you hand one over to the weapon crafting lady as part of a romance sub-story.
No matter what I feel about her.
Anyway,
Kane-san has the
serious
world for
Yakuza
her boss.
time.
And when it comes to him, well, he was everything I ever wanted to be. So, I guess I'm just curious what he saw in her.
Okay. And we'd better find Akane-san quick.
This has
That
been my
way you can
favorite
get your
Yakuza
first
stream so
impression
far.
right.
Thank you everyone for
The
this.
last thing I want to do is put thoughts in your head.
Is that
6
how it was?
seasons, gosh.
That's how it
I
works.
might go back and rewatch Corner Gas at some point.
Must
Have
be
it as my
nice.
background working. Like, it
What
might
is?
just be the show I have on in the background while I'm working
Wanting
for a
to see your
bit.
mom, despite not knowing how to feel. That's more than I could ever say about mine, let alone my whole family.
That right.
Oh, hey, I think we're here.
Okay, before we get into the serious plot. Incompetent Hero suggests the Canadian Yakuza game could have a subplot with queer beavers. Yes, it would be like the Nancy and Olivia side quest with the lesbian crustaceans here. The difference is, they would have to be lesbian beavers again, because there would be some pun name about beaver being... Beaver is a slang term for certain areas of a body, and that would be part of the stupid subquest name. Summon a moose as a pound mate! It's just a moose. There is a side quest, and you just get a moose at the end of it. Oh. God.
Check it out. It's the flame of Palikana.
The more we talk
Yeah,
this
you
through,
know,
the more I
they're
think that you
volunteer.
could totally make this
See 'em all
work.
over Hawaii. doing soup kitchens, picking up trash at the beach. It's real charity stuff.
Polycana are fascinating to
Never
me in
knew you'd
this.
be interested in volunteering.
Oh, I would know. Because I showed up at their food bank one time.
Really?
Yeah, they gather unsold food from all the local stores and they divvy it out to the people who need it the most.
Tommy, you help feed the poor? I'm impressed.
Nah,
No,
man,
Ichiban.
I was there getting fed.
Dumbass, I was poor.
I should have known.
I really like the way that Polycana is
Excuse me, can I
is
help
written
you
in
folks with
this
anything?
as a group.
Yes, actually. We're here to ask about a lady named Akane.
Is she all right? Did you find her?
No, sorry. Sorry to get your hopes up, miss. Yeah, no, Kiryu's never met his parents, no. They were very dead.
There. I had assumed you were with the police.
No need to apologize, ma'am. If anything, I'm sorry.
Does this Hawaiian shirt scream cop to you,
Let me
miss?
introduce myself. I'm Dana, one of the caretakers. I've been working with Akane 20 years now.
That's a long time.
Yes. And for her to disappear so suddenly, it's just...
Unheard of, right? When'd she up and disappear?
As of now, it's been 13 days. All she left was a single note behind, and that was it.
13 days. That lines up with what Chi-chan said.
Yeah. Dana, what'd the note say?
I resign due to unforeseen circumstances. Nothing more. Akane's
Not
always
suspicious
been
at
so
all.
Responsible. I immediately thought that couldn't be right. But the handwriting was definitely hers.
Oh my god,
You report
Yuzigura,
anything
she
to the
did look
police?
like Odo from Deep Space Nine for a second,
course.
didn't she?
But after the
I was trying to put my
handwriting
finger on it.
analysis confirmed the note was hers, they dropped the case. We couldn't get them to look into it any further.
I'm sure you've been asked this a bunch of times already. But do you have any idea where she might have gone?
Unfortunately, I don't.
All right.
But it's nice that the first person we've met that's
Dana, you won't
actually
believe it.
properly interacted with Akane is like, oh no, she was like, she spent the last like 20 years dedicated to, or however long it's been, looking at like feeding people who are hungry, looking after children at the orphanage, just generally being like a good person helping people in need, just because it's the right thing to do. That's a lovely thing to hear about Akane. I'm glad that we're hearing Ichiban's mom was pretty chill.
Yeah, the tomatoes we planted turned out huge.
Oh, wow. I see that.
That's a big
Why don't
tomato.
you share some with our guests?
Okay.
Hello, would you like some of this big tomato?
Here you go.
Wow, thanks. It looks delicious.
We grow them in the garden ourselves.
Huh.
Who are they?
Oh, they're friends of Miss Akane's.
Really? Does that mean Miss Akane's coming back?
Clearly loved by the
Sweetie.
kids.
That's still gonna take some time.
Oh, how long? I really want to see her again.
I wish I could give you an
This
answer.
must really fucking suck
Hey,
for
I know.
Ichiban.
Why don't you go fetch a watermelon too?
Realizing
Find the
that
biggest one you
Akane has
can.
been a mother
On
to
it.
countless children, but not to him. Like, that's gotta suck a little, realizing like, oh,
They really
that-
care about her, don't they?
all this time that my mum hasn't been in my life, she's been being a mum to other kids.
Yes. Akane was the closest thing to a mother these kids ever had. In fact, she may have raised over 100 kids during her time as director. That's why people often tell her she has the biggest family on the island.
That's a lot of love there.
Oh, yes. She's been here 40 years after all.
40 years. That would mean she started working here not long after leaving Japan.
Within maybe like 5-ish years of leaving, like 5 to 7 years of leaving Japan, she settled in Hawaii, the place that she grew up, and just settled down and did charity work. It's pretty chill.
Right. Which is around when Captain Sawashiro met her. Did she choose to stay in Hawaii for the kids?
Dana, how much do you know about Akane-san's past?
Her past? Well, nothing. She wasn't one to talk about herself.
Did she ever have problems with people, or seem like she was in trouble?
I certainly can't imagine her having enemies. No one abided by the teachings more than she did.
The teachings?
The beliefs Palikana holds sacred. You may not know this, but fundamentally we operate as a religion.
Really? I always thought Polycana was a charity organization.
Charity is a key part of what we do, but our roots as a religion trace back hundreds of years on these islands.
Whoa, so you guys got a lot of history then.
I'd like to think so. Palikana centers its worship on Nele, a volcano goddess.
Volcanoes, huh? That's definitely something Hawaii is known for.
Volcanoes.
Indeed.
I've heard Hawaii has
Volcanic
them.
activity has also shaped the fabric of our lives, especially in ages past. On one hand, volcanoes are a symbol of fear and destruction. But on the other, they represent balance and restoration. I think it's only natural to see a spark of the divine in such an awe-inspiring
I
presence.
can see that.
Right. That's similar to Japan's early volcano worship, too.
I guess it's universal. Seeing something awesome in nature and being inspired.
Yes, and that's why we strive to coexist with nature, so that Nele might look down on us with peace. Were we to abuse her
Very
gifts,
distinct from Hawaiian
of
deity
fire and the
Pele,
land
yes.
we call home, we would surely invite destruction.
I think very specifically they don't want to represent a real world religion because anything positive or negative, like they don't want to deal with the are you misrepresenting in any way a religion? They're clearly doing some overlap with some actual stuff and some legally distinct stuff. Mizigra says, normally a religious org raising kids as part of its charity would be a huge red flag to me, but given what happened to Hawaii, the religion surviving this way is nice. I appreciate that. This dungeon sub-boss says, I appreciated that choice a lot, actually. Yeah. I think there's a lot of extenuating circumstances that make me kind of okay with Palikana here raising children as part of the sort of religious group. I think they do a good job of justifying we're not gonna pressure, like, we will tell the kids what we believe. We're not gonna, kick them out if they don't believe what we believe, but we're gonna go, the reason we're looking after you is because we have these beliefs and we think that it's right to look after people who need help, and that's why we do this. Like, I think they do a decent job of going, like, here is where you children fit into our religious belief and that understanding. I think that's a fair enough thing to do. And, like, it, as someone that's, like, has weird feelings about children being raised with religion before they're old enough to really make their own decisions about it, Polycana doesn't bother me. I think the way they're represented here, I don't think the way they're raising these children is concerning. This dungeon sub-boss says, the fact that they're confused for an entirely secular charity organization is probably a sign they usually do a good job at that. Exactly. The fact that, like, a bunch of people, like, don't even think about the fact that religion, they're just like, no, they're just a charity. Because you know what that tells me? The fact that, like, Tomizawa didn't realize they were a religion, that he just thought they were a charity, means when he needed food from the food bank, they never once brought up religion to him. They never were like, yes, and here is a gift from us and our religion, have some food. Like, they're bringing it up clearly so infrequently that people using their services to receive help aren't... At any point, it's never coming up, we're doing this because of our religious belief. Gatling Combo says, representing a real-life culture would need consulting and whatnot, so if they put in the work, I'd be fine with that as well. Potentially, I understand why you wouldn't want to. Yazigra says, for the residents of Hawaii, it teaches them about their culture's history, one that America would suppress. I think there's something to that as well, yeah. Anyway, there's a lot like, I'm not an expert, and people from Hawaii will probably have insights that I lack. On the surface, I quite like a lot of the stuff they're doing here with how they set up Palikana.
I'm assuming that's why Polycana has the flame logo going on?
That's right.
I will obviously defer to people
Fire
who know
is a
more than me on
very
that.
sacred element among us. As a reminder of our faith, we always keep a fire lit, taking care not to let it burn out.
Keeping a
Now
lit
that you
flame
mention
is
it, I
a
remember
very
Akane-san
common religious
had an
practice.
LED candle in her bedroom. Was that a part of her faith?
I'm sure she was just being careful for a woman of her age living alone. Besides, the candle itself is only a representation. What really matters is how you tend the fire in your heart.
A sacred element, huh? Is that why the kids took it slow around
Yeah,
the
you've got
candles?
things like the candle,
noticed.
the candle
They're
staying
taught
lit for
to
7
protect the
days.
flame
You've
from
got
when
the
they're
there's a few practices
Actually, I was
that
wondering,
it makes me think of.
why do you guys run an orphanage?
That's based on another belief of ours. As a religion grounded in nature, we feel called to treat the land and those who live in it with compassion. Doing so will help the community grow and bring our hearts
That's a good noble
closer as
aim.
one.
I can get behind
Helping
that.
kids grow as a part of that. I'm impressed.
We also run several other facilities, including a homeless shelter and transitional housing for families.
You know, the one time I went to a Polycana food bank, it was real nice. No, they just fed me without any preaching at all.
Yeah, that's the sentence where, like, Tomizawa just lays it out. It's, I'm not too concerned about children being raised in an orphanage that is technically a religious institution. If someone can go and feel like they were not preached to at all when using food bank services, that's a pretty good sign of the separation between what we believe and whether we're going to put what we believe as a prerequisite to you accessing the help we're offering.
Well, we're not in the business of preaching.
So, you ask for nothing in return.
Oh, Yodi Badger, sorry to hear.
Kudos
That
to
sucks.
whoever's in
Sorry.
The children here seem like believers, though.
Well, it's not like we indoctrinate them. We hope that by exemplifying the teachings in our daily lives, the children might see our faith in action and believe. And in that regard, Akane was unmatched. Everyone admired her for her spirit.
Huh. So she was a woman of faith.
Yes, and there wasn't a selfish bone in her body. All she wanted was to help the weak and less fortunate. That's what drew so many
Something
to her.
better than 12 steps.
And
Exactly.
I have a hard time believing she had enemies. And for her to just leave without a word of goodbye is just
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yazigura puts it well. Different things happen behind closed doors, but these kids seem pretty happy and cared for, so the dots line up good. Yeah, it's the way those kids were, like, actively excited at the thought that maybe this meant that Akane was coming back and really disappointed and going, do we know when she's coming back? Shows a genuine fondness for the situation. Like, that's, again, it's a reassuring sign. None of this is, like, guaranteed this is good, but there's enough signs here for me to go, I feel like these kids are probably fine here.
Dang. Guess they don't know much more than we do.
All right, Dana. We've grabbed all we can, so I'm gonna haul this over to the food bank.
Hey, thanks, Callan. Any chance we can throw in some meat or fish to go with it?
I wish, but I don't see any fishermen or butchers around here.
Don't
Think we're
support
good
the
to go
fucking
with what we
Salvation
got?
Army at
Well,
Christmas,
I guess this will just have
etc.
to do then.
Mind if I ask what's going on?
Oh, well, today it's our turn to donate to the food bank. We always have plenty of vegetables, but I'd prefer to offer a full range of nutrition. Akane was always the one to call up stores, and they'd bring us more than enough. But since she went missing, the donations stopped coming in.
To be honest, I think they just liked interacting with Akane. When it's us, we don't know how or even who to ask. It's like starting from scratch.
I get it. Then why don't we lend you a hand?
Oh, yeah?
Why not? We'll go across the island and back if we have to.
That's quite sudden.
Well, it's not like I want to volunteer out of nowhere. I just thought we could help people and maybe learn about Akane-san in the process.
Oh.
I mean, that could work. Tracing her daily routines might lead to something new.
Then why not give it a shot? I don't see any other options right now. So long as we don't stir up any trouble while we're at it.
Course not. We're gonna give it all we got and then some.
Well, you're quite the energetic one. I suppose I should take you up on your offer. Callan, would you mind taking them over to the food bank?
Ah, not at all.
Yeah. If people are hungry, why not just collect all that road pizza?
You go and collect food, then bring it back right here. But the most important rule of all, it can't be just anything you find on the shelves. It has to be made in Hawaii.
So, only Hawaiian-grown foods?
Palekana stresses the importance of aloha aina, love for the land and its people. Even when it comes to donations, the idea is local production for local consumption.
Local production for local consumption.
Make sure
That's,
they're native to
look,
Hawaii.
everything they're saying is
You
pretty
got
on
it.
point.
Then let's get down to work.
Okay, let's go do some cool, nice stuff for charity for a bit. And or see if there's any more side quests that have opened up. That's the other thought.
Leave it to me.
Hey, sustainable practices. Also, yeah, food bank here. Not a sign of even like the logo of the religion. Just like, okay, they're wearing the logo of the religion on the shirt sleeves, but like, you could do far worse than this in terms of like
Hawaii uses soy sauce way more than
tying your religion to the help you're
giving.
giving.
Soy sauce wasn't big overseas. Pleasant surprise.
Might just be a Hawaiian thing. Japanese immigrants brought it over.
Ah, never knew that. But then, it tastes different from Japanese soy sauce.
Well, consider that its taste varies between regions of Japan as well.
Is it really?
Kyushu soy sauce tastes sweet, for instance.
Sweet soy sauce?
Yeah, I was surprised too. It's used to make some stew sweeter. By now I've developed a taste for it. I even get a craving for it sometimes.
Oh, no kidding. That means we might get used to Hawaiian soy sauce and end up craving it too, huh?
Imagine that.
I love these little rambling, like, unexpected little conversation things. They're lovely. Okay, no more prompt pop-ups. Let's see if we're strong enough to go do the if we're strong enough to fight the Roomba with the AI in it. We tried to do this quest Monday night, and we were not strong enough to do the battle, so I'm going to kind of skim through it for anyone who wasn't here Monday night to see it. The gist is, we're trying to teach the AI in this big Roomba what is trash and what is not, so we show it examples of trash and not, and then it gets that mixed up with some of the professor's ramblings about girls he likes, and starts sucking up humans because it decides which humans are trash or not. So like a man who litters and a man who is rude to women get sucked up into the machine, but pretty girls don't get sucked up into the machine. Now we have to fight the Roomba because it's got an incinerator built into it, and if we don't beat up the Roomba, it's going to burn these human beings alive. That's the gist of what this battle is about. I'm going to kind of skim through the intro because we already did it on stream once before. I know I am skimming a lot there to get to that, but that we experienced that on Monday. We're gonna have like early 20 levels now. We're probably ready for this. You know what? Maybe we don't skim through it entirely, but we'll be around for some of it. I think I summed it up all right. Ooh, we could add you to our Sujimon collection. Yes. Okay. Let's quickly grab you. Yeah, go watch the VOD if you wanna see it in detail. It was ridiculous. Very, very silly.
Wow. Really? I trust you though.
Yeah, he accidentally invents a pretty girl obsessed cyber Roomba. Okay, we'll skim through it a little. Hey, I've rebooted the AI. We taught it what was and was not trash. He's gonna go test it now quickly. He's got a pile of things, some of which are trash and some of which aren't.
Oh.
The Roomba's gonna suck it up and only suck up the trash. We were teaching it the difference between, like, this food container still has food in it, but the food is moldy. That is trash, even though there is still food in there. But one that isn't moldy but does have food in the container still is not trash. And, like, trying to invent that distinction. And look, the Roomba's doing great. It knows what is trash and what isn't. It's leaving the non-trash items behind. Oh, this island has so many mad scientists. It's great. So it's supposed to come back to the professor now because it's finished sucking up all the trash. Oh no, it's detected more trash. Oh, these guys are about to beat that man up. Is it voiced from this point? If it is, we'll just leave it to...
You new here, tourist?
Okay, we'll leave the voice
Afraid
bit.
you gotta pay the toll to pass through. Let's call it a
We can
1,000
rewatch
for your
this.
first time.
This can't be happening. We're wasting our time before we double that shit.
Trash detected. Trash detected.
Huh? What the hell?
Trash detected indeed.
It's a monster!
Fucking love the Roomba side
Sujimaru's
quests.
gone crazy! She's sucking up people!
Why? How is this possible? Damn, that hamburger hit the spot, right?
Yeah, I love going out to eat.
The littering kid from before. Oh no, he threw trash on the ground.
Trash detected. Multiple types of trash in close proximity.
Trash and human trash. Oh no.
Whoa! Not again! How could this thing have gone haywire a second time, Doc?
I never foresaw this possibility. What's she thinking?
Crap! She's moving again! No! That blonde woman's gonna get vacuumed to hell!
Pardon me. Please be aware of heavy traffic in this area and proceed with caution. Have a lovely day.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, why didn't she suck that woman up? That was more like sucking up to her.
Yes, I see. The trash detection AI has evolved. She's now capable of determining whether a human is, well, societal trash.
The Roomba does play music, yes.
Societal trash?
It makes pancakes
That's
too,
nuts.
using
I mean,
the incinerator.
how did you judge
It
that
burns the
woman?
trash and uses the
Sujimaru
heat
was
from the burning trash to
practically
make
blurred.
pancakes.
Yeah, that's it. She was listening when I tested her voice recognition by talking about the kinds of women I like. I must have made too persuasive a case, because Sojimaru's database recognized that young lady as, well, close to ideal.
What are you, in high school?
At any rate, Lord Shrub, Sojimaru has become a threat to humanity.
We have to
must put a
stop the
stop
evil
to her.
Roomba.
Now
You
come
get the
assist me.
gist. Let's go fight the evil Roomba.
Sojimaru, I demand you cease cleaning. Hey, listen to me. Stop! You're malfunctioning! Oh, where was that emergency shut-off button?
Oh no, you kicked
Trash
it.
detected.
That's
Trash detected.
trash behavior.
Professor! What the hell was that just now?
I suppose it is more efficient to incinerate trash before taking it inside of the body.
This is no time for an analysis, Doc. She breathes fire now? Like a dragon?
Worry not, I remember. The emergency shut-off button is just over... Sojimaru! It's me! Stop sucking! Lord Shrub, the emergency shut-off button!
Professor! Oh, damn it! It's happening just like before!
He said like a dragon. It breathes fire like a dragon. Yeah, he said it, chat. He said it. Okay, we suck mode engaged. What level? I don't remember what level she is. We might not even be ready for this.
If we don't stop stop
27. We're under-leveled for this. Particularly Chitose. Like, Chitose might not even be worth bothering trying to keep alive. The rest of the party members, maybe.
Let's get it done. Open wide.
I won't hold back.
You're in it now.
Time to put you down.
Ready as I'll ever be.
I'll take you on.
Yo, let's do that thing.
All right.
Watch where you're looking.
You might get hurt.
Yes, party members do still get experience even if they're unconscious, which is good, but, yeah. Ah. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough cash to summon the lesbian crayfish right now is the problem. How much cash do we have? We got 2.5k, yeah. We can't afford the lesbian crayfish. Do I have any overpowered items? I have this rocket launcher.
Not just unstoppable. She actually seems pissed off.
He's entered crisis mode now, which means their limiters have been disengaged.
Why does a vacuum need crisis mode? No, forget it. Why do I even
Oh
ask?
no, okay. Fuck. Do I have a good healing item? Do I have like a team heal? Let's heal Ichiban.
Use it.
Thanks, yo.
Oh, Ichiban is stunned, which is really unhelpful. We might have to do a bit more leveling before we come back to this Roomba. The fact that Ichiban is stunned is the thing that's going to fuck us over here. Come on, get out of stun. Nope. Okay. No, I thought it was worth trying, but we're not ready to fight the big Roomba. The big Roomba is a difficulty spike we're not yet prepared for.
Damn it.
I really thought the rocket launcher would do it. Here's the thing: if we had enough money to pay for the lesbian shellfish, that plus rocket launcher, I think, would do it. I think we could kind of cheat the minigame. We'll come back when we've got some more cash. Anyway, let's go. Continue the plot for a little while. I will probably do a bit of combat off stream just to make sure we're at a good level before Friday. Roomba, new Yakuza protag, killed Ichiban and stole his role.
Let's get it done.
I won't hold back.
Run, run, run. Here we go. Off we go.
What are you looking at? Oh, hold on.
I can handle anything.
Oh, hey, can we get some food for charity, please? It's
What's
for the homeless and the people in need who are poor. Okay. Oh no! Some ruffians, some hooligans. They're coming to shake down this man. These barracudas. They're here to steal some food. They want to steal some money so they can go pay for some hotties. Oh, forget about the grapefruits. Empty all your money out, and we're gonna We're gonna beat these guys up and then get some food for the homeless community. I think I can summarize that pretty alright.
Okay, I'm up.
Gatling combo, yeah, your save from Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't vital for Rebirth. It just unlocks some bonus items. You can get away with not having it. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I was curious how they were going to do that, but it seemed like a ridiculous ask to make you need to play, to have to carry forward save data versus starting from scratch and trying to make both of those balance properly was going to be a nightmare. This was the only way they could realistically do it, I think. Oh, thank you. You beat up the ruffians. Away they go. Get the heck out of here. Or Kiryu's going to beat you up. Okay, he got the message. This guy says, thank you. And he's going to give us some food for the food bank.
Thanks.
There we go, we helped out. Look at all this food we helped out with.
Meat that's not in a can. Shall we have some steak tonight?
Can I just say, that is one of the most, like, heartbreakingly real bits of fucking dialogue in this entire game. Is child walking away from food bank, excitedly going, oh, meat that's not in a can! Like, I don't know who wrote that line, or who localized that line that way. Such a fucking indictment on the fucking planet. That one line.
That mom and her kid look so happy.
I can't tell you how thankful we are you came along. Just look at what your hard work has done.
And that makes it all the more worth it.
Hard to see so many in need of food, though.
Hurts, doesn't it? Hawaii's inflation gets worse every year.
That it does.
The rent being worst of all. An average family pays $3,000 a month just to live in a tiny apartment.
$3,000? That's 300,000 in yen? Back home, you could get a frickin' penthouse with that.
A lot of people have multiple jobs just to stay afloat in this economy.
Whew, take it from me. It is rough out there. I'm barely scraping by as it is.
Yeah, but not everyone's as lazy as you, Tommy.
Shut up.
Man, I always had this image of Hawaii as perfect, but I guess reality hits hard, even in paradise.
Right. And now, more than ever, we need to put Aloha Aina into practice. That's why I do what I do at Palekana. Feeding the hungry, helping the needy.
This guy seems genuinely like his heart is very in the right place.
Speaking of which,
he seems very sincere.
Anyone find any leads?
Nope. Not on my end.
Same. I asked as many people as I could if they knew her. But all they could tell me was how nice she was. Things like that.
Same here. Guess we all struck out this inning.
Sorry to hear it.
Callan-san, what other kind of work did Akane-san do?
Well, she'd also pick up trash off the beach and then finish the night with a leisurely patrol around town. All in a day's work for her.
Then can we help with that stuff too? As long as you're cool with it.
Hey, I'm cool if you are. Today we'll be cleaning Aloha Beach before sunset. We could definitely use the extra help. So if you could join the rest of our group, we'd really appreciate it. I'll come by after closing up shop here.
Perfect. Then see you at Aloha Beach before sunset.
You're pretty excited about all this, huh, Ichiban?
I mean, isn't it nice to help others in need? Plus, we can look for clues while we're at it. What's so weird about that?
Nothing, I guess.
Hey, man.
We're gonna go collect trash on the beach at sunset.
Uh-huh.
Let's do it.
But before that, let's go to the travel agency and go do some touristy stuff. We're gonna unlock the job system finally. We're gonna go unlock job classes. Now, this is a system I honestly didn't play around with nearly enough in my first playthrough. I kind of want to really fuck around with the job classes a bit this time. Right? We're on the 8th stream of this. I reckon we've got to be like 20 to 25 hours into the game on this playthrough. And sure, we did spend like 5 whole hours doing the Sujimon side quest, but it's a good quarter of the way into the game, maybe, before you get the job system.
What do you want from me?
Like, there's a lot of game you can do before. Like, you could get there earlier, but you can also do a lot of game without the job system.
Wow. No way. All right. You can count on me.
Oh, where am I? This way. By the time I unlocked jobs, I had enough bond level on Kiryu, Tomi, and Chitose to have all the jobs. I think we probably do. I don't know whether I'll have enough money to get all the jobs, because I had a lot of money at one point, and then I spent most of it doing all of the vocational school exams all at once. So I've done every single vocational school exam, but it means I probably won't be able to afford to do every like job adventure at once. But again, once we unlock the Animal Crossing side quest, we can befriend the dog. I have dog food. The dog did a backflip. That's Noir. Noir is our friend now. Noir is our Facebook friend. Yes, once we unlock the Animal Crossing side quest, we'll have so much money we can do fucking everything at that point.
Let's get serious.
Hooray, blue enemies that we can just press L2 a single time to destroy.
The hell? Enemy in sight. Aloha. What? Not so far. Full power.
Yeah, let's catch these duplicates while we're here.
There you go. Will this persuade you? No way!
Not like your style. Got me in.
Let me out.
Nearly there.
What are you looking at?
Leave me be. I'm just trying to go get a job. How close are we? Okay. I don't know why I didn't just fast travel. Oh well. We go head into here. Here it is. Job system.
Hey, Chichon, that travel agency you were mentioning. It's around here, right?
Yeah, at least I'm pretty sure it was.
Whoa! Whoa! Ow! Ow! My bad. I wasn't looking.
Unlocking new jobs
Are
is
you
probably going to
okay?
be the last thing we do tonight, and then we'll continue on Friday.
This thing?
I suspect this will be our last like proper commitment to the night.
What? Hello, Happy?
Oh, are you by chance here to visit us?
Huh?
Welcome to Aloe Happy Tours.
Aloe Happy Tours?
Sorry about earlier. Aloe Happy here should have been more careful.
Sure. Oh, Aloe Happy's his name. Got it.
That's right. He's our unmistakable mascot, known for being wildly unpopular.
So he's not popular? Well, anyway, this is a travel agency, isn't it?
Yes! This is a Japanese travel agency built and run by Japanese people for Japanese tourists visiting from Japan. Here, all our Japanese-speaking staff slave away for chump change by preparing tours and activities unabashedly geared towards Japanese taste. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm the manager here. Granted, Elizabeth is just a nickname. My real name is Eri Yamada. Elizabeth is based on Eri. Get it? Elizabeth?
Right, well, we heard about this place. Thought you could help us get the full Hawaii experience. You mentioned you had some activities, right? Can you tell us more?
Oh, you're interested in our activities. Well, Aloe Happy's got you covered. Whether it's shows, water sports, or just appreciating nature, we've got a volcano's worth of activities offering the very best of Hawaiian culture. And for a limited time, your first experience is totally 100% free. From dorky little kids to grouchy impatient seniors, it's a chance for the whole gang to have fun at no cost. It's your lucky day, valued customer.
Oh, okay. Well, free is good.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where we get the job system, etc. Now, before we do the first one of these, I want to tell you a story that I've just seen pop up, and I've verified it is real. I have checked for news sources. A wonderful story I am reading. There is a supermarket in the UK called Asda that apparently 9 years ago, so this would be in 2015, was having a problem where DVDs were being stolen from the supermarket, but they couldn't work out how, because the alarms were never getting set off. They weren't finding discarded, security cases anywhere in the store. People worked out a genius way to steal from this Asda without having to themselves take a stolen product out of the store. The Asda had a post office inside of it. People would go get a padded envelope from the post office section, just put a DVD complete with jewel case that's meant to make the security alarms go off in the envelope, mail it from the post office to themselves, to their home, and the post office exit of the Asda just didn't have security gates on it, the supermarket security alarms, so nothing set off the alarms, and they would just post a DVD to themselves. This was apparently a rampant problem. That was a whole thing for a while. No one knows how many people got away with it during that time. People would just mail themselves DVDs and things that were security tagged because they worked out the post office exit didn't set off the alarm, so no one knew there was a stolen thing inside the packet. You can read news stories about this happening. Absolutely fascinating. There you go. That's a fun thing I just learned about tonight. Anyway, let's go on our first excursion to get a new job unlocked, and this will show you how the job system works, which is you have an experience and you have a bit of an epiphany, and that's how you get a new job in this. It's wild. Oh yeah, massive risk of self-incrimination, but fucking big ups to the people who worked that out. Yeah, Revelations return, but without mid-2000s blocking. Revelations is the word I'm looking for. Let me have the dolphin as a summon, as a pound mate. Lifeguard Kiryu is a job class. Lifeguard Ichiban is a job class.
How was it? Everything you dreamed of?
Amazing. Seriously, that was awesome. And it
Hell
was
yeah,
like,
dolphin.
This revelation came to me. Like, I can take on the bad guys in a whole new way.
Take on the bad guys? You okay?
Oh, yeah. It's hard to describe, but if you ever qualified for a new job at Hello Work, it's kind of like that.
Kind of like that.
Hey, I think the Aloe Happy Spirit might have gone to his head, huh?
Yes.
So, it sounds like you were inspired? I heard that can happen when you're having fun, especially when you're trying something new. And there's plenty more activities to enjoy, so don't miss out. Though we will have to charge you next time.
Sure. I'll be back either way.
Oh, and as an incentive to keep regulars chained to us as lifelong financial supporters, we have an Aloe Happy room for you to use, free of charge.
Hello Happy Room.
It's a private space made special for you. Use it anytime you want to change your outfit or just snag a little R&R. Oh, it's pretty handy, so when you're feeling up to it, give it a try.
Huh, all right.
Zach, there we go. What can we unlock? Oh yeah, I gotta. They want me to change job. Yeah.
What matches my personality?
We can be the Sujimancer. We can be the Aquanaut now. We have some special outfits because of DLC. We could be the hero. Dragon of Dojima. We've got a lot of cool suits. We could just be Majima. We could be Ono Michio or Robo Michio.
What matches my personality? Oh yeah, this is cool. Today's fit.
So,
I'm debating
how
whether
was
to
it?
change job
Aloe
now or
happy,
not.
are we?
Man, this really is handy.
I
Consider
want to
me
unlock
sold.
more jobs. I don't know if we switch
Aloe
job
Happy
for now
rooms
or
are
if we
all
stick
over
with
Hawaii. We
our
have
current job.
offices in the Anaconda
We'll see.
Center and even in Japan, ready for use.
We have an
at
overpowered
any time.
weapon on this class, which is
Well
fun.
then, see you on your next adventure.
I'm not leaving yet. I want to do more adventures. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What can we afford to do? Okay, we can afford. Oh yeah, there's a couple of like 200. Let's do some of the cheap ones. We can do some of these $200 ones.
Enjoy yourself.
We'll see if we can afford an expensive one at the end.
Hey, this place is poppin'.
Sure is pretty here.
I don't know where to start.
Oh, what's wrong?
I spilled it. Made a big mess.
Leave it to me. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
Oh, it's this one. Yeah.
Clean, mean, and everything in between.
Hooray for making a cleaner, not like not an uncool thing. Be like, oh hell yeah, I'm the fucking coolest cleaner on the planet. You very rarely see cool badass cleaners in media.
How's that for polish? stuff
what
to
other
choose
ones are
from.
cheap? We've done this one. Let's do the hula exhibition. Housekeeper, I think, is what I actually set Chitose on for a lot of this game. It was a good class. Got some good skills.
Definitely the real deal.
Dance and those hips.
Ichiban doesn't get to have the housekeeper outfit, I don't think, and that's really disappointing. Oh, Scumscraper is a great grapple. Janitors are super important and do valuable work and should get all the respect. Too little does that happen.
Welcome.
Okay, what other ones of these
Tons
are
stuff to
cheap?
choose from. Enjoy yourself.
This is nice and cheap. We can do this one.
And they were all in rhythm, too!
See how they twirl those things?
Ichiban watches people who've, like, trained for years learning to do a skill, and he's like, oh, I've been inspired. I could just do that. I didn't get the, Pat Peas, what does the jellyfish juice ability do? What is it? Is it like a very good heal, potentially?
Welcome. Oh, tons of stuff to choose
Like, I was thinking I
from.
might do Sujimancer at least long enough to get a few of the elemental abilities, like some of the elemental magics. He just throws a jellyfish at someone. It's an AoE electric attack. You throw a cute jellyfish friend at enemies. Yeah, there'll be a Tomizawa one in here somewhere. The question is whether it would be one of the cheap ones. Who knows? As we've done that, this one's cheap. We can have a look at this.
Whoa! All right. This rocks,
It's the best ability because you get a jellyfish friend. I mean, that is enough to convince me, honestly. Ichiban, how are you not dead? Was this Action Star?
Hey, you know, those moves weren't half bad.
This might be Action Star.
Yeah, a Hong Kong action movie.
Yeah, which I did put on one of my characters. I won't say who yet, but I did put it on one of the characters. Yeah, this gets some fun moves. It gets some really good. The specials have really good cutscenes on them, and really fun cutscenes.
Welcome. Oh, tons of stuff to choose from.
Any other $200 ones? We've done the other $200 ones. We got $1,600 left. I'm trying to remember what any of these jobs are. This is, I think, like the cowboy themed one. This is oh, this is the tennis player. This is a samurai. This is the samurai one. This is oh, ninja. This is, I don't know what this is, the coconut one. I don't know what this is. Yeah. I think the samurai one, I think, is a good unlock. No, is this the one I'm thinking of?
Let's all aloha happy.
Could be Chef? I don't think there's a chef in this one. I might be wrong. I'm trying to remember.
Hey, let's go there next.
No, there.
I love this inspiration. Because clearly these two children fighting should be the thing that makes Ichiban think I should be a samurai.
They're not bad, huh?
But
No,
it's
they're
not.
making a living out of it.
It's something way stupider that gets him to samurai. It is this bold man looking like he has the samurai hair thing at the back. This is what gets him to samurai, not the two kids sword fighting on the bus. It's just this man. And then eventually he's like, oh, I put that together with sword at the top knot, yeah. He couldn't get samurai from the two kids sword fighting. He needed a second thing to help. I fucking love this outfit. This outfit design is so cool. Ugh. Okay. Should we swap jobs for a bit?
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Sure, we could be Aquanaut for a little bit.
Think I can pull this off? Today's
And
oh, yeah,
that would need
this
us
is
to skill inheritance at least a few skills on Tenacious Fist and Rock Fist, I guess, or we can do right now. Kiryu, what should we make Kiryu briefly?
Let's give this a try.
Samurai? Action star? We can't be the pyro dancer yet because we're one bond level away. Oh yeah, I can do hero skills too. Give me a sec. But yes, we can do Samurai Kiryu for a little bit. Kiryu deserves to be an action star. You want to see action star Kiryu? Sure.
Not bad. Maybe it's time I change styles.
Today's
It was the... I don't think Ichiban has a... Yeah, Ichiban... Oh, sorry, yeah, from the... Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong fucking skill thing. Yeah, so I want Hero's Healing. I want Mega Swing. I want... Backbreaker, probably. Yeah. Yeah, Essence of Sweeping. What could we make Tomizawa into? Samurai Tomizawa? We could do Pyro Dancer. How many levels? People want me to take Aquanaut as Ichiban to get this jellyfish skill. How many like levels in Aquanaut do I have to take for that? Because he's the only one who can be a Sujimancer, and I do want to be a Sujimancer for a bit. Yeah, fuck it, he's gonna be a samurai for a minute.
Am I trying too hard? Nothing works for me.
I'll check. It was just if you happened to know. Quite a few levels. I don't know if I want to commit to like... I know you want to see me have that skill. I don't know if I want to commit to Aquanaut long enough to get one specific skill.
What matches my personality?
Tech skills. Rank 20.
Today's
I mean, we can stick with it for a bit if people want, and we can maybe change around later, and maybe I'll grind off stream to get some like a usable number of levels in a few things.
What am I feeling?
Let's go housekeeper. There's some good skills in there. Make sure you've got battery shock is really useful. Scrub down is a grapple, so let's make sure you've got that. And spill the tea, we'll make sure you keep. Yeah, I know. It's not that hard late game, But this is the problem, is people want me to get that skill on Aquanaut. But now, right now, I'd be using Aquanaut most of the game to get that. If I just go, I'll get that skill later, I could get it really quickly later. But we'll see. I can do Aquanaut for a bit, and we'll see if people like it and work it out.
Hey. Huh? Oh, it's Aloe Happy. What's up?
Take one.
Okay. Aloe Happy presents Tropical Photo Rally? What's this?
It's an event we're hosting, like a game. You get hints that'll lead you around to take pictures. Want to try it out?
Holy crap, you actually have a normal human voice.
Duh, I only keep up that act in front of Liz. Keep my head down, sound cute, or else I get the punishment. She's scarier than she looks, man. And by Liz, I meant Elizabeth. Oh, I'd really kill for a cig. Got a light?
No? And wait a sec. How are you gonna smoke with that on your head?
Oh, right. There is that. Well, all that aside, what do you think? Are you down? For the photo rally, I mean.
Well, it seems nice, but...
You don't need to be handed a high-end SLR for this.
Exactly
People have phones now.
To be honest.
Throw me a bone, man. Hey, you even get prizes if you take enough pics. And participation is free. Not a bad deal, know what I mean? Not to mention the prizes are top-notch. You can score a t-shirt with me on it, a mini-me keychain, even a towel embossed with yours truly.
Sounds like you're just pawning off your extra inventory.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm swapping to Sujimancer. I'm going to be Sujimancer for a little bit. Be Pokemon trainer.
Please.
We can get the jellyfish skill later when it's quicker to get.
This'll fucking skin me alive. Don't even get me started.
I mean, we do get a free expensive camera on the creep photography on the tram quest in this. I think we get given an SLR.
God, thanks. I owe you one. I am one Aloe Happy guy.
Wait, so how is this work?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow my heart. If it was an earlier level, maybe. At this point in the game, I'm gonna be committing to that class for way too long.
This'll be a simple test.
Sicko Snap, yeah.
Can you replicate this photo by taking a picture of the same spot?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, the other ones, like, who are currently the Action Star and the Samurai, I don't know how long I'm going to stick them with them in those roles. But we can play around with them in those roles. Yeah, but right now I think Sujimancer is the one I kind of want to play around with Ichiban.
Nailed it!
When you just
yeah, we're continuing the Pokemon minigame. The Pokemon minigame continues.
Once you've taken a certain number of pictures, come find me.
Yeah, we got a photo quest we can do
Please
during
do.
this.
And with that, have an Aloe Happy time.
This man unsettles me. This man unsettles me the same way that Mr. Blobby unsettled me as a child. Oh, Sicko Snap being the other Pokemon minigame. Yes, I suppose so as well, yes. Alright, back in we go.
What's good around here?
Yeah.
Okay. No, don't leave, Ichiban.
Yes.
Stop having an ominous encounter. I'm trying to change my job. You literally made me turn around and leave.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, I think we're going Sujimancer in the suit of armor.
What matches my personality?
Which, again, let me just check.
Fit?
We've done skill inheritance. You know what? We can take Tenacious Fish off. Because we took Aquanaut, we can just have Beachside Bro Barbecue and Flipper. Trippy Flipper Ripper. Yeah, we can take some watertight moves. Have them in our move pool. I want to go do at least one. Let's look at everyone's gear actually, because everyone's gear is going to need to be different. So yes, we have our team of Sujimon, and because we leveled up our Sujimon all the way up to the level cap in the Sujimon side quest, we're currently going to be like pretty fucking overpowered for where we're at narrative-wise, because the Sujimon are going to be determining our stats for a bit. We've got we've got 109 magic. Pretty good on willpower. Yeah. So let's go. Hero's nunchucks. Novice's wooden katana. Floor mop. Let me go do at least one fight. They've got more jobs for us. I don't have cash for those. Let me find a fight quickly. Anim Zero, I know there are better things and I could pick them up, but also I'm gonna end the stream in a minute, so like, no need to backseat. I'll get good gear at some point, but also I just used all my money on the job system, so I'm gonna need to... I have $200. I'm gonna go earn some cash. I will probably do so off stream. I'll buy some better gear, don't worry. That's alright, but yes, don't worry, I know that I have very basic gear on these characters. I will get on it. Sorry, I wasn't gonna... I button mashed through. I wasn't gonna auto battle. I was gonna do an actual battle and go, hey, here's what our characters do now. That was what I was intending to do.
Let's get it done.
Oh, we have no... Oh, we just have 0 skills as the Sujimancer. I forgot the Sujimancer doesn't start with any Sujimancer abilities. I thought he started with at least one. Do we start with... Oh yeah, none of them start with anything. They have to level up before they get any skills in the job role. Oh yeah, that's it.
Follow my lead.
You know what we could do? I have, from the DLC stuff that I was given by Sega, thank you, I have I have these magazines that we got from the things littered around the game world, but we've got Idol Chef, Night Queen, Heiress. We can give the Heiress level up to Chitose. Assassin, Samurai, we can give you. Housekeeper, we can give to Chitose. Another one of those. Your dance, Action Star, we can give a couple of levels in this to Kiryu.
Makes sense. Doing better than I thought.
Get some Aquanaut levels. Linebacker, Tennis Ace, Desperado. Sujimancer, let's get a Sujimancer level. And now we might actually have some silly abilities to play around with. Maybe, if we're lucky.
You asking Cancel. Oh, come on. Bring it. Don't get caught.
I think Leave No Streaks is a new skill. We don't have enough we don't even have enough MP to use it. Oh yeah, Spicy Breath is a Sujimon skill, isn't it? So we now summon in our Sujimon from the Sujimon side quest. We summon in a Pokemon to do our attacks.
Follow my lead. Nothing perfect.
Kiryu can now do a flying dragon kick. all of those Sujimon from the side quest, we can do stuff with them now. They can continue the adventure with us for a while as powerful summons. Right, I'm gonna leave the stream here for tonight. We'll come back to this on Friday and continue finding out more about Palicana and doing more charity work with them. Thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. There is a good chance there's going to be a partner, a Nintendo Direct, but specifically a partner Direct tomorrow, either 3 PM or 5 PM UK, it seems like. If that happens, I will hop on Twitch and I will do a reaction stream. We'll sort of watch it along together. Cass, thank you very much for indulging me as well in Yakuza Canada. Xbox is doing their, hey, here's what the deal is with us and going multi-platform. They're doing that at 8 PM UK tomorrow. I won't be live streaming that because that clashes with my lovely wife Jane, who does streams starting at about 7:30 PM UK. What I might do is when Jane streams, I might avoid watching it, and then when Jane's stream has finished, maybe like 10 PM UK, I might come on and do a late reaction to Xbox's announcement, and we can maybe do that as a Twitch stream. I'll make it known. Keep an eye out. I'll be doing a couple of weird time Twitch streams tomorrow without knowing exactly when. Have a good night all. Bye.